might do it. You guys hear me now? Okay, let's reset this video. We're going to do that again. Intro. I told you guys that we'd have to do this a few times. I told you before, Smoke. We're doing it right now. This is going to be the take 3. Thank you for joining us for episode number 13 of Gnome Saying Presents. Today's guest used to have a big following on Mixer. He's back at it again. This time he's a Twitcher. If he's playing Rocket League or Apex Legends, you know he's rocking it out, having fun with his friends. Don't try to fix it if it ain't broke. It's time to introduce YooBoiiSmoke.
All right.
Hell yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. If you would have done that in a one take, it would have been it wouldn't have been right. You know what I'm saying? You would have had to redo it.
Yeah.
No, I know. Even if it was perfect, you would have had to redo it just so you could make yourself, just so you could have been like, look, I told you so, like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh man.
I think I had the audio levels better than last time this time though, and I did unmute my or change my voice mod back. So we did a couple things better this time.
Hey, every time is supposed to be like just stepping, it's stepping into the right direction. So
that's right. We got to have those outtakes. We got to get those TikTok clips. We got to have all that. So thank you everybody for episode 13. Gnome Saying Presents. We've got myself, Gnome Saying, Goofy MTF, and your boy Smoke. How you doing, Smoke?
Man, I'm good. It's crazy because life has been wild. I don't know if everybody's known, but I've been kind of not really streaming a lot lately. Life is kind of throwing me a little bit of a curveball. Got a new job with Amazon as an Amazon delivery.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm still learning the ropes, but it's like, with the hot days and learning everything, it's like, I've been not getting home till like 10, 11 o'clock. So like the schedule that I was going to go by, like it's all switched. So it's like, it's trying to get back on that, trying to find that good feeling of like what's right,
right.
about where I need to be. So we're going to get it all figured out eventually. But in the meantime, we're going to just do what we can, That's what you gotta do. Hey, you see this right here? This right here. When I tell you I've been drowning myself in aqua and H2O, yo, when I tell you it's been like 102, 103 degrees, I've been drowning myself in water.
So you guys doing that?
No. See, this gets refilled like 3-4 times in like a 9 to 10 hour day. Okay.
Hold on, I got you still, son.
There you go.
I got water, son. What are you talking about?
That's that No Boost Hero energy drink.
It's what it is, man. Listen, I understand what you're saying, dude. I work in a machinery plant, if you want to call it that. There's no AC, there's no nothing, and on average, it's like 110 inside that bitch. Ooh, and then there's no airflow; it's just fans. So I understand what you're saying.
I guess the nice part about it is I'm in and out of a van all day, and of course, like you have your AC and things like that. But it's like when you're out and you're moving, it's like you're in the
89 in here.
Yeah, when you're moving, it's like you're sweating so much and just like picking up boxes and putting them on people's doorstep, and it's like nonstop moving. So even when you're getting that fresh of air, you're like, that feels good. You're right back out the car and on the next stop. Like you got to think like every other house in neighborhoods and stuff you're going to. It's like every other house you're stopping, getting out, getting a package, and going.
Yep.
Okay. And you got to scan everything, and So.
Okay. Yeah. He's delivering the packages. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So when you order something from Amazon, guess what? I'm delivering.
Okay?
Hey, but if the package was damaged, it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Right. No, that's cool. Do you
wish.
You're gonna be driving up to Madison Heights, Michigan, then?
You pop up here with the delivery. I order Amazon all the time. I'll be looking for you, Smoke.
That's a little out of my zone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, got you.
It's about 1 mile outside. It's about
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Just outside. You go to the house next door, but not here.
It's just yeah. You're a little too far out the zone. You know, just like
You're
two
down
houses.
in Georgia, right?
If you would have just had I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina. That's right.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
originally from Georgia.
That's
You
what
know,
I saw.
definitely a Dogs fan. Shout that out.
There it
snap.
is.
Definitely
There
a
it
Dogs fan.
Yep.
I'm ready to go get the rest of this done, to be honest with you.
Okay. Getting a sleeve.
Well, not really a sleeve.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna get like, I'd say about to right here,
Yeah.
and then I'd probably say like to here, and then I'm gonna kind of like skip the elbow area. I'm not really, I'm not really down for that one. But then I also have like another piece that I'm just gonna get like right here.
Okay.
So like, I mean, I've already got.
He doesn't want
ideas,
to mess up his letting the package down hand. That's
Yeah,
what
you know
what you need to do.
You know.
What you need to do is get like teeth on the back and like make it a mouth, so you don't actually have to tattoo the elbow, and then it'll look like it's opening and closing.
Yeah, nah.
You can do it this way.
Well, see, let me tell you the reason why I'm not. Is because when people think about the sleeve, you think about like it's going all the way up, and it's like a lot of people do it themed and stuff like that. They do like a whole sleeve theme. Well, see me, like I want to do like part of my arm, like this right here. I want to do football related. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But then here and here are like going to be the same theme, so it's like mirroring type deal.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then when I put something on this arm, this is going to be something completely, totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like people would say you're doing a sleeve, but I'm spacing it out because it's like I don't want all football related stuff all the way up.
Got you.
know?
Yeah,
Right,
you're gonna
right.
have
I
to tell
got you.
different stories on different parts, kind of.
Yeah, so it's you kind of want to space it out so it doesn't run all into each other.
Right.
Pretty much. So
I get what you're saying.
so yeah, but
How long you've been with Amazon now? Then
going on 3 weeks.
3
Going on-
weeks. Okay.
going
right.
on 3
Fresh.
weeks. Yeah,
Speed, man.
it's pretty fresh. Yeah, so like where I'm at, I'm kind of like I haven't really lived here for very long. Like I moved back here in like November-ish, December-ish.
Mhm.
And of course I've had like job here and job there, but like I didn't really find that job where I was like, I want to stay here. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to find a job where I'm like, yeah, like this is where I'm at. And I mean, it's kind of hard to say with Amazon, but I kind of dig it.
Okay,
And-
so you're
and
getting
the-
comfortable with it. You're like,
Yeah. Now it's a lot. Don't get me wrong, but the reason
yeah.
why I say that is because like with this job, so say you get a day where it's not super hot, okay? So not summertime. You
Right.
get a spring or a fall day, and it's pretty outside. You're getting your exercise. So I mean, it's exercise in itself. You're nonstop moving. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So you're getting kind of a workout. You're getting plenty of cardio running from house to house. So there's that, right? The pay's not bad, for starters, for what you do. Then on top of it, the incentive programs that they have and the bonuses that they have is
Right.
unreal. There's
Right.
like 3 different ways that I can make extra money, and that's just by doing my job.
Right.
By, not in the vans they can tell like if you speed.
I couldn't work for him. I'd get in trouble.
Okay,
I know right away.
so you
I know right
say
away.
that you say that, but let me tell you, the speed they're super lenient, right? They're super lenient, and let me tell you why. Because they give you 10 plus miles to go over. Okay, once you hit over 10, you have to be going over 10 for I think it's 15 seconds before your supervisor is gonna get dinged on it, right? Which is
Okay.
gonna mark you.
Your
Okay.
supervisor gets dinged. Like you don't.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I mean,
man. I get a new supervisor every week.
so-
Yeah.
but but
It
the
is
thing about it,
aspired.
but the thing about it is like, to be honest with you, like you're not really going that fast because you got to think you're going. First of all, you're going through neighborhoods,
Right.
Okay?
Daytime
Yeah.
traffic.
So like you're gonna have traffic, you're gonna have people. You really don't want to go super fast going like
Right.
your neighborhood. Now, when I'm on the interstate and I'm going to wherever I'm going, I might go 10 miles over or whatever the case is. But you also got to think these are vans. We're not driving fucking race cars here on the highway.
I'm the kind of guy, I drive it like I stole it, man. That's,
right.
That's how I am.
But this is the thing, though. You really can't go over because they have them tapped out.
They got a governor on it, probably at 70?
75.
Okay.
75. And most highways, like the most it's going to go is like 70 on the interstates.
Yeah.
So it's like even if you're like kind of like on a highway and it's like 55 or 60, like, and you do 10 miles, you're still going like 70. Now the whole mindset is it's like, bro, we're giving you 10, but you realize like it takes 5 to 6 to get pulled over by a fucking cop. You know, so it's like we're super lenient on it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not really that bad, but the whole aspect of it is you can probably they have weekly bonuses, they have monthly bonuses, they have like quarterly bonuses. Like they have so many options for you to be able to make more money. In your first year, you get a chance to make 2 raises. So after your 90 days, I think it's 25 or 50 cents raise possibly. And then I think it's like after your 8 or 9 month, you can also be up for another raise. So I mean, and I'm already making like $17.50 an hour, which where I'm at in South Carolina is stupid good because you think about like a lot of places, they're like, oh well, it's super expensive here.
Yeah.
But here is probably one of the cheapest places in America as far as cost of living, even gas prices. We're in I think it's top 5. I think it's like top 5 in America on lowest gas prices.
Okay.
Right now. And gas prices are stupid.
Right.
So through the roof. So
you also probably, I would imagine, get other things good through that too, being a giant company like Amazon. As far as like a 401k and maybe even hopefully matching on something like that. And also your insurance benefits with the group plan are probably amazing
your insurance, you got to be there for 60 days before they give you insurance.
Yeah.
And a lot of reasons why they do that is because of the fact that companies have to pay to put you on insurance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they've come to find out that when they put people on 30 and 60-day plans, a lot of times people don't make it because it's a rough job.
Absolutely.
Like we're not talking about it's an easy job. So it's like they're making you at least get 2 months with them before they're even going to think about putting you on insurance.
Yeah, there's a couple things too. That's the staying part and doing all the paperwork, and also so someone doesn't get a job with Amazon so they can get to surgery and then
Exactly.
Right.
But they cover themselves on a lot. Being a huge company, they cover themselves in so many areas.
Well, they got the money to back it up, so come on now.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
That's what I mean.
The insurance group plan,
but they do have really good insurance. And they have a 401k benefit that you can sign up. You have to be there for a year though.
Okay.
And they do match that every year.
That's worth it. If they match it, dude, it's worth it.
They match
as much as you can up what they match. I highly recommend it, brother.
They put, I think I want to say what they do is it's every 6 months. If I'm not mistaken from what I heard, it's every 6 months. They put half of what you put in, if you put in like that. And then I think at the end of the year, what it is, they do like 75%. So by the time that they do it all, it pretty much makes it dollar for dollar, everything you put in,
Oh, okay.
So not quite, but I'd say they do it pretty fair. And then also on top of it, I get 10% off on Amazon.
Okay.
But
you get like a free Prime.
And I don't have to pay for Prime every month.
Yeah.
Okay.
So giving out those Prime gift subs on Twitch, I guess.
Hey.
Not gift subs, but you get one sub a month.
So
free.
One sub a month. But
I do that.
But I will tell you, what I will tell you is the 10% You only get that after 6 months.
Right.
So the prime starts after 60 days because it's like they're incentives. It's like we're not just gonna give you this shit because you work here. It's like you gotta put time in to get this shit, you know. So
yeah.
So I mean it's pretty good once you like long term. And I mean, as far as the money that people make, then on top of it, the biggest incentive I like is you work 4 days a week. You get 3 days off a week. Now, right now, because I'm a newbie and things like that, you're not really on a set schedule. Once you're there a little while, they put you on a set schedule. But also keep in mind, you work 4 days a week. Okay. Say one day it's super chill, super laid back. Say I only have to work 7 to 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? They're still going to pay me to work for 10 hours, even though I did not put in 10 hours. So every week I still get $40. Or I still get 40 hours, even if I don't work the full 40 hours.
Okay. That's cool.
So there's that benefit. There's that benefit. And then if they call you in or you offer to work an extra day, on top of you getting your time and a half, they'll throw $25 extra for you to come and work on your day off.
Okay.
So I mean,
incentive to go in there extra and make some extra dollars and plays to pick up.
It's a lot of benefits and a lot of.
What about vacation? Do they get you set up on that?
Yeah, but that's only after the first year.
After a year, yep. Do they give you a week or 2?
So for the first year, it's a week, and then it goes all the way up to, I believe it's 4. So once you're there,
depending how many, like 5 years and 10 years or something like that.
I think it's you got to be there. I think it's 3, 5, 10. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, 1, 3, 5, 10. That's normally how like a decent big company like that.
Yeah,
it's 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years.
And 10 years. Yeah, once you're there 10 years, I think it's
a whole month vacation.
Yeah, I think it's. I want to say it's like 4 or 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks or something of vacation.
Yeah.
So I mean that's pretty dope. When you think
take it all off on 1 month, just go to like the Bahamas or something. Just be like, all right, I'll see you guys next month later.
No. So yeah. So it's pretty cool, and
that's exciting, man.
It's a little far. Mm-hmm. But we're looking at moving closer.
Okay.
So with moving closer, once my lease and everything is up, that should be definitely a big thing that's going to be, yeah.
Honestly, I could tell the way that gas prices is for one, and then 2, it's when you're closer, it's way better. Like right now, I'm legitimately probably maybe close to a mile or less than a mile away from my job. So when I'm done with the podcast here, it's literally a 5-minute drive.
Right.
So that's the cool part about this.
And that helps. I mean, for me, because you're talking about like 45-50 minute drive for me.
Oh yeah. I was used to
that's
that.
like a 2-hour commute then each way, so like out of your day, and that's a lot because if you're only doing it 4 days instead of 5, so that does help, but that's still 8 hours. That's a good chunk, bro.
You're saying you're working 10,
you're driving,
you got to add the 2, so then that's 12 hours a day. So half your day is literally working.
Yeah, and driving, most of it too. So you're driving, and then you drive, and then you drive.
Yeah.
So I can totally understand why the streaming hasn't been happening as much. Now, congratulations on your Amazon job, dude. That sounds amazing. I'm so happy for you, brother. But we're here to talk about your streaming, my man. Now, how is this affecting your streaming, bro? We got your boy Smoke. All right. Hold on. Wait. We're gonna go back. You used to stream back before. Tell us about that experience, like how you started streaming to begin with.
So I actually started streaming originally on Mixer, and man, I tell you, I loved Mixer because of the communities that they made. It was so easy to network, man. You meet one person, and it's like, man, I met 3 people to just find 50 because everybody talks to everybody. Of course you have your category where it's like, of course you had like Ninja go over there, you had Shroud go over there, But none of these people care. They're on huge, like $30 million for 10-year contracts that, they're there for what they got paid for. But everybody else that's just sitting here chilling, like, random, amateur streamers and stuff like that. We're over here chilling and everybody's talking to everybody, everybody's spending time with everybody. And that's what made it so fun. When Mixer went down, I had about, I want to say it was like 35 or 36. It was like somewhere in between 35 and 4,000 followers.
Ooh, that I had. Hell yeah.
Yeah, rocking it, man.
An average stream for me was not less than 200 people.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Mixer's a lot different than Twitch.
Because the thing about it is people are, and not to mention, like, you think about, like, shout out to Corey, shout out to you, shout out to a lot of these people that go and say, like, hey, I got you tabbed. You know what I'm saying? Because on Twitch, it's so much harder, especially if you're on a computer. It's so much harder on Twitch to get to this person to actually type when you're streaming. On Mixer, there was like links where I could keep streaming, pull up a side thing where it's like I'm streaming, pull up a side box, still type to someone and still talk and stream. So it's like they had more things that made it where it was like possible to stream and have people communicate with each other at the same time. So it was
like made it easier, huh?
Yeah. It made it so much easier. And that's what I wish that, Twitch would do to make it easier. But, they're just kind of set in their ways. It's like, what are you going to do?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there are other streaming platforms coming out and things to try to rival them. And maybe we'll get something that performs better somewhere down the road. Possibly.
Yeah. But I started streaming. So going to my thing. So I lived in Montana for about 3 years. And I don't do it. Vacation, love it. Don't do it. Don't move there, okay? You think you want peace? You think you want quiet?
Don't do it. Just Montana. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Okay. Hey. First of all, the weather, okay? If you like your southern weather, okay, you're gonna hate it there because that's gonna be taken away from you. If you think it's hot here, if you think it's hot in the South or wherever you are, Texas, California, wherever, okay, Montana's not. Okay, in the summer, it's barely warm enough to get into like this. I want to say it's like the second biggest lake in America. Okay, they got the second biggest lake there. Okay, it's almost not even warm enough to get into that at any part of the summer. Okay, that's.
I'm moving there. I hate the warmth, man. I'm a big fat guy. I'm too heavily insulated. I'm going there.
Michigan's like half and half, so we get like everything here.
Yeah. Well, we get half and half. 90, 100-degree days.
You won't there.
Negative 20.
It will. First of all, it'll start snowing in September. Okay,
it'll start snowing in
September.
Right.
It may be August. Okay, maybe the end of August and to the beginning of September.
Where your second car's a snowmobile.
No. Anyway, I hate driving in snow. I hate driving in snow. I just hope you know that. All right, and then the second part to that. Okay, the second part to that is, first of all, if most everybody up there, they don't drive cars unless it's the summertime, and if it's the summertime, they put their cars in storage for the whole winter. They only drive that bitch in the summer, like 3 months out of the year, and then they put it in storage. Don't touch it, and then they pull out the diesel trucks. And the snow tires and
the yeets.
Yeah, like
right.
Get it on, son.
And the SUV of choice, okay? Don't think that you're gonna go buy you a regular Chevy or no regular SUV, okay? Because the only thing that they selling as far as an SUV is a Subaru, okay? A Subaru.
The state truck is a Subaru, guys.
The state truck from Montana is a Subaru.
We're going to take a break real fast here. I just want to get some people in chat. We've got
let's see it.
Corey's got this. It's Smoke. Love you, buddy. We're going back 20 minutes. So sorry, guys. We got Dragon's Angel. Hey, Smoke, honey. Thank you.
Hey,
ICO. Holy shit. It's Gnome. Thank you so much for popping in, ICO. We got Shanna Blam. That makes it so worth it. I don't know what you were referring to at that point in time. I didn't see.
Hey, if you think
There was something to
about
do
the
with-
way that he wrote out gnome, it was kind of like smoke and gnome. I couldn't tell.
Snow.
Got you.
No.
Snow. right. Cochran. Amazon seems to be the vibe. Yeah, that's for sure. Corey's got this as You're the Best Man. We love you. Dragon's
appreciate
Angel.
that.
Now we're back to more recent stuff.
Right.
Actually, we'll go back to Shanna Blam real quick. I surfed on an
Mhm.
iceberg in July in the Upper Peninsula. Oh, wow.
Okay,
That's
okay.
crazy. That's cool.
Okay.
All right, hit me up next time you do that. Let's
right.
go.
Right.
Dragon's
I'm
Angel.
ready.
Scotland sees a high of about 70 F. And just a quick sidebar, Dragon's Angel sent in an application today for Gnome Sam Presents podcast.
Okay.
And I sent her a link to the scheduler. So we might be looking to see Dragon's Angel showing up on Gnome Sam Presents in the near future, guys.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
And an iceberg in the Upper Peninsula is crazy. That's just wild. I'm suspecting you're meaning Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
Yep, that's what I'm suspecting too. Call up the Polar Bear. I'll come up there with you.
Right.
We'll stream it. We'll make videos.
Right.
Your boy Smoke is like, I'm going the other way, guys. you find me in Florida with this,
Hey,
you know.
hey,
He's
to
a
be
southern
honest,
boy, man. Come on, he's not used to these negative degree weathers. He's a guy that like we go down to Florida, and it's like 50 degrees, and we're in shorts and t-shirts, and he's in a full freaking suit.
No.
And he's looking at us like you guys are crazy.
No, you won't see me that way. I'll tell you. After living in Montana, and I mean, I've kind of been around a good bit. I've traveled a lot, but the thing about this is after living in Montana, bro, like it's got to be like 20, 30 degrees before I'm even talking about grabbing a coat. Like now down here, everybody's like, oh my God, 40, 50 degrees, grab your whole winter gear. But like after living in Montana for, about 2.5, 3 years, it kind of changes my feeling. They're like,
So you got hardened a little bit.
A little
You
bit.
got that soft skin, man.
A little bit, but so I was actually born in Florida, Daytona Beach, gang. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then I grew up in Georgia, and then man, I've just kind of been around.
Okay.
But,
so Montana, is that where you started streaming?
It is. Okay. There was nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? So everything was like online. It was. Like when I tell you there was nothing to do, I mean, like, bro, you had to drive 6 hours to get to a mall. You had to drive like just even to go to the lake where I was at, bro, it was like a 2.5 hour drive. It was like, man, the only things that's there, like you got to drive 30, 45 minutes just to get to a Wally World. And they put those up everywhere. They put Walmarts up everywhere.
I've never seen one.
I've never seen one. Not where we're at.
I mean, but I'm just saying, like,
right.
A Walmart seems to be everywhere, though.
A Walmart, okay.
Yeah, Wally World. Y'all never. My.
Dude, I'm old. You say Wally World, and I think Clark Griswold.
No,
I'm thinking Clark Griswold.
Walmart.
And
Walmart
vacation.
Like, hey guys,
I'm like, they got those? I thought that was just in a movie.
No. Yeah. So I've always, since I was a young boy, like my grandmother always. Like
World.
So 30 minutes for a Walmart. I got you.
Yeah. 30, 45 minutes to a Walmart. Yeah. And I was like,
I live like that in upstate New York.
Yeah. But
so there's nothing to do and you're pulling up Mixer?
Well, I was just gaming, all the time. And then I just so happened to come across it was like, hey, go watch some streamers on Mixer. And then I started watching it and I was just a viewer at one time. And then I was like, screw it. I went and bought me a Logitech thing and I used literally just my camera and my Xbox. And you would move the camera literally in the settings, you know what I'm saying? Like in the Xbox. And that's what I did. I had no overlays. I had no anything. I just streamed that in my camera, and it was a square box.
Yeah.
Wherever you went into the thing, it would put your square box. You had like 6 or 7 locations you could put it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did. Man. That's what I did.
Okay.
So
I love the story because me and you started off the same.
Yeah. And then I got a laptop. Found out you could use a thing called Lightstream. Okay. I paid my $7 a month and I started getting fancy with it, and
hell yeah.
and Lightstream is it's still going. You can still use it. I wouldn't suggest it now, just because there's
a
like
lot out there.
It's so many things, especially if you got a PC. I mean, if you don't have a PC and you have like a laptop and things like that, and you're running your games like through that, you can use Lightstream, but you're paying like $10 a month to like $120, $130 or something like that a year to use it. And it's good to start off with, but to do constantly is not it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did it just because I was like, well, screw it. I ain't got nothing to spend my money on. I'm in Montana. Like, so it was like,
I'm in the bonies with all the other people.
So it was like, to be honest with you, I didn't spend my money on a lot of stuff. So it was like,
did the Lightroom help grow your viewer base? Is that when you started like developing and getting up to like the 200 views, or was that?
What do you mean?
Is that part of what helped you? Because when you first started, of course, you didn't have a whole lot of people, but was Lightroom something that helped? Do you think?
Oh, the Lightstream,
Lightstream, yeah.
I mean, it made it cooler, but to be honest with you, like, no, because even before I did that, I had already had over 1,000.
Okay.
Because of the way that the people, like, so many people would go and communicate with each other. And like I said, the networking was unbelievable. When you talk about communities on Twitch, like, and I've always said this, and don't get me wrong, and nothing towards people that's used Twitch forever, but it's like Twitch is not community based near as much as Mixer was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's so much harder to get your name out into these communities because everybody's like, I have like these 8 people and this is my community. Yeah. Over there, it's like you get 50 to 100 people in a community and you're getting thrown in several, and you don't even try. It's so easy. It's so simple to just get put up into it, and you don't even realize that you're in one. And then you just have someone come through and it's like, hey, you're part of this person. And I was like, yeah, I know them, but I've never seen you, good to see you, so so it was cool. And like I said, I built really fast on there. Like, we're talking about like 35 to 4,000 people. And when I only streamed, like, keep in mind, this is maybe 10 months to like a year that I did before they had, got rid of Mixer.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're looking at like, at most a year for that many followers. And I mean, I feel like, that's still really quick, good.
Yeah, that's pretty substantial. That's definitely, yeah.
So I think Mixer, I think it was 500 or 1,000 before you can get like an affiliate or something like that, right? I think that's what Mixer was. You had to have so many followers before you can actually get like subscriptions and stuff.
Oh yeah, so they had like the little gems or the stones or whatever.
Yeah.
So before you could get those, you had to have a certain amount. You had to have a certain amount of hours that you put into the thing, like into the streaming, and you had to have I think it was 500. I think it was like 500 or 1,000. It was
something like that.
But yeah, so you had to have that many to get the gems and everything to qualify for the gems, kind of like what you do with donations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think of it as like bits, is what gems is like.
Correct. Yeah. Yep.
And the thing about it is the gem system worked really well, but at the same time it was really bad because of the fact that like there was a lot of glitches where like you could take advantage of the gym system because the gym system kind of didn't really work to 100% of people's liking, just because like when you had the meters that would count your gems, they would like multiply over a period of time, where it was like if
so it's
you
kind of like a hype train or something like that. Like after a while it doubles or something.
But yeah, like after people like they'll send it and they'll like double click it or like glitch it, like where they'll send it, leave, and then come right back and it'll count it 2 and 3 times. It was like a glitch that people were getting. So people were making like tons of money off of those gems, like by doing that.
Okay. So it was
like,
a little glitch or something that they had.
It was kind of broken. And people took advantage of it for like because people were getting paid out. Like people was getting
they're
paid
paying out dollars
things.
on this stuff.
And the thing about it is it happened for like 2 months, and people were trying to take advantage of it. And the thing about it is once like one person starts getting their, starts running their mouth, and it's like, oh yeah, extra money, take advantage of it. And then it's like Mixer went and fixed it. They went and patched it. And then when they patched it, it was horrible because
everybody got salty that they fixed it and they weren't making the money they were.
It's not even that. It was more along the lines of they started taking more of a cut. So it was like you're not even getting as much.
Okay.
So it was like,
dang, we paid out $700,000 that we weren't supposed to. Because this guy double clicked.
Yeah, so
we're gonna take that back now.
So like they started they started dinging people off of it. They're like, okay, well, like y'all took advantage of it, but now, for 50 gems or whatever the case is, you're gonna pay like $1 for 50 gems, and you had to have like, I want to say it was like 3,000 or 4,000, or I want to say it was like 1,000 or 5,000 gems before you could cash out. But what you would cash out when they first started compared to what you could after, bro, it was like you're talking about pennies on the dollar.
Okay.
You're talking about it would change from like making $50 to like $20.
Oh wow.
Like that's how bad it was. I mean, of course, like the range is a little different, things like that, and it's been a while, but that's how bad the deduction was.
Do you think that it was because of the glitch, or do you think it was probably because I knew once they brought in like Ninja and Shroud and like some of the big streamers and they got that big contracts, they started taking more to try to help out with that?
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I think it all happened simultaneously, where it was just it became, they tried to build Mixer up so quick, so fast. And the thing about it was it was an Xbox exclusive. It was Microsoft only. So only your PCs and only your Xbox players were streaming on Mixer. And some people found a way to get, like, a couple people was playing through PlayStation because they was like, okay, well, it's kind of easy to
you just download the
get
app
better over. But the thing about this is you almost never seen PlayStation people over there. It was very few and in between that you would ever see. So it was like the nice part about it was like, hey, do you have this game? Like, are you on PlayStation? Are you on PC? It was like, hey, do you want to play with me? I never had to ask that because we're all on Xbox or we're all on Microsoft or whatever. So it was like,
y'all had the same
made it
games
made it so much easier. Now on Twitch, you're like, do you have this game? Do you have this system? Do you like it? Just it makes it so much harder, But it's cool. You make it do with what you got. So
honestly, me starting on Mixer, I think the only thing that I personally think that was a great step for them was they had the hype train. So like when I first started, I was playing a lot of what do you want to call it? Call of Duty. And if you get towards the end of the game and you're like about to win or something, they'd hit you with the hype train. And then it hit you with like 4,000 people and you get a bunch of followers and everything else like that because you're at the end of the game. And everybody wants to see like somebody win or somebody do that and different things like that.
It's like their featured page type deal. Like
it was it was something like that. I thought that was probably the coolest feature that they actually had. And I wish Twitch would do something like that, like at the end of like each game or like something like that. It could be just Call of Duty or just Rocket League or something like that. It's 2 seconds left and it's a tie game and they watch like the last couple seconds. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think it would be too, but the problem with it is
cross platforms and all that other bullshit.
I think the biggest problem is Twitch. Twitch's problem is they have so many like exclusive pages where it's like they're trying to show like all their big time, things like at your featured pages. It's always like your like RLCS pages, your all the pro gamers type deals and all your big pages. That's what they feature because that's what brings in
views.
That's what brings in their money. That's what brings in their revenue. That's what, things like that. With Mixer, it was like, oh, it's okay. We can bring this small person in here that only has 100 or 200 views, but we get a whole bunch of views in there and you start getting it like that where it's popping all of a sudden. Twitch can't work like that because they're already so built up where it's like we got to jump on these trains that's already here, and that's doing big for us, and that's what we have to make out of it. So
yeah, and then all the different categories they have for the games and things like that too, where if you pop into a category for a game, you might have like, let's say you're doing Fall Guys, it just went free to play. You're a guy out there with 2-3 views, swimming in a sea of thousands of people with 2 or 3 views.
Exactly.
And then you're never put at the top on anything. And anybody that's going to have to do is like scroll down and find you or know who you are. So it's almost impossible to be discovered.
And that's another thing that Mixer was better at, is they were better at like not making it all just view based. They put it very randomly where it was like, okay, yeah, this guy has like 5 or 6 views. This guy might have 100, but the viewer count didn't always matter because it depends on, like, it was more the chatting based. Right. If you had 6 people in your chat and you were just on the keyboard, like,
so they see chat activity,
right? It was more chat activity and stuff like that. Yeah. So it was like more of what the broadcast is bringing in more than just the viewer.
Right.
You can have people that came in there and was sitting in there with, hundreds of people, but not a whole lot of activities going in there. People just watching, things like that.
Right.
They're not getting on the main board.
That would make a lot of sense to have chat activity, like see how many different IPs there are. Make sure there are no bot IPs, and just see how active they are in chat. So that way, and those people that have more active chats, could get put up the list. That make a lot of sense because, if you got a community that's active, bring more people that are in that community that are going to be active. That's really a smart way to do it, I think. And it'd be cool if they did something like that.
Yeah.
And speaking of Twitch viewers and being stuck in their ways, guys, YooBoiiSmoke, we're talking about him transitioning over from Mixer to Twitch, and he is just recently getting back involved in Twitch, and that's how he's come to be on the No I'm Saying Presents podcast. Yep. And currently he is sitting at 2.7 viewers.
2.6
to hit 2.6 to hit his affiliate. And he's going to
that 0.1 apparently counts. Okay, Twitch, I promise you counts it. Okay,
it does absolutely. So I apologize. I just thought it was 2 points. It was close. Anyway, we're really close to getting him on affiliate. So after the stream, guys, we're going to be rating YooBoiiSmoke, playing some games. What are you going to be getting into?
Man, you already know. You got to get into the rocket, bro. Okay. Rocket, cock it, bro. Okay, you already know. That's what it's all about.
We'll be catching him with some Rocket League after. So stick around after the credits and everything like that. And we're going to get a raid to YooBoiiSmoke and try to help get him a good stream with some good views. Even if you're lurking, hold on to that lurk, folks. Thank you guys all for being here. We're going to do a little quick commercial spot where if you guys have a commercial, we'd have a commercial for you.
Today sponsored by
who we got?
No Boost Heroes.
No Boost Hero energy drink.
Energy drink.
Speaking of sponsors, I actually have a really big announcement for everybody.
Okay.
So, the big announcement really is I actually just got approved to be a partner with it's kind of like G Fuel and a lot of those. It's called Dubby.
Okay.
So with that being said, like apparently I'm now a partner. I'm waiting on my partner package to come in the mail, and then we're fully gonna get started with that. So
hell yeah.
Use code YooBoiiSmoke, you know what I'm saying? And you get like 10 or 15% off. And I'll tell you the reviews that I've read off of it, I'm really excited about it because really have
wrong person.
I'm sorry about that. I apologize.
They actually are turning off to be a really up and come, really like energy boost type,
Okay.
Like G Fuel and all those. And apparently a lot of the reviews are saying that it's better than G Fuel. I mean, they only have 3 flavors right now. They're talking about coming out with more. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of big. So
hell yeah. Congratulations, man.
So yeah, if you're on the stream, you'll probably see, a little bit of that, support coming that way. And like I said, I will be using it on stream and stuff like that. I'm waiting for them to send my package. I should have it within the next week. So looking forward to that.
Hell yeah.
And yeah. So
get energy drink.
Yeah. But the thing I like about it is, let me tell you the reason why I like it is because G Fuel's not bad. But let me tell you, the problem with a lot of these bigger companies is like, of course, it's like smaller than G Fuel and a lot of those. A lot of the problems with this is it's that you can pay for the name. Everything's you can like Nikes, Jordans, everything. It's not even per se quality of shoe. It's not saying that the New Balance is, not as good as a shoe as the Jordans, but it's you're paying for the name.
Right.
So with the same thing as like as far as this guy or with this this group or whatever, it's not saying that they're bad. They just don't have the following. They don't have, as many flavors and stuff like that. So I think it's cool to be a part of that when it's like young, where it's like when it does grow, when it really does grow, it's like, hey, I've been a part of that for a while now. Kind of like you. No?
Yeah.
13 episodes in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can be like, I was in the first 13 episodes.
Absolutely.
Of know what I'm saying. When you get to be like 1,300 episode.
Yeah,
I'm be like, yo, that's cool. That's cool. But
Absolutely.
was you on the 13th episode?
This is it right here.
Lucky number 13.
Absolutely. I was thinking about. I was like, you know what? You're not necessarily the 13th guest. It's the 13th one. But we had the Star Wars episode, and then we had a couple episodes with a couple people on them. So we had Stax AG and Afrizzo on the same show, and who was it else? The Queen of Mischief had a couple other people. Yeah, dude, we've been rocking it out every week. We haven't missed a week since we started. So that's awesome. Cool. That's something you said right there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing, and I was a little skeptical about joining it, but I'll tell you, I just love like what y'all are doing as it's building a community, but it's doing so much more than that, So
Absolutely.
Right.
And we're going to talk about that in just a moment here. We're going to hit chat, and we're going to get into that for a second.
Some chat up. Let's see what they say.
So we got Zach Laura says, hey,
yo, my man Zach.
Appreciate you popping in on YouTube as well. And this is sort of a segue. I saw that is on here. And then we were talking about the Gnome Saying Presents and what we're looking to develop here. I really would love to have you guys follow and sub and whatever they have on YouTube and hit those notifications. That's where we're looking to develop. You can check out all your VODs on there as well. GnomeSayingPresents.com. You can get links to all the socials from there as well. And I didn't get that link in my chat or in my link list. If you want to pull up, can you pull up a link for me, Goofy, real quick? So the Gnome Saying Presents, if you guys go there, you can apply to be on the podcast. You can check out the other podcasts and things like that as well. And all the stuff on YouTube, that's where we're looking to develop. So thank you so much for popping in and being on YouTube. We are on Twitch and Twitter as well with live streams. And we've got Shanna Blam saying, congrats, Smoke. And that's about the who is it? The people that you're affiliated with, the energy drink?
Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Dragon's Angel says congrats as well.
Appreciate
and we've got Corey's got this. He says Smoke is going to lose a bet. Georgia will beat Tennessee.
So we gotta talk about this in a minute. We gotta talk about this.
All right, we can talk about that right now. And the podcast, guys. I guess we'll talk about it in just a second. The podcast, what we're doing and trying to do here for the podcast is we're developing ourselves as well. But we want to do it and reciprocate the development and try to share communities. So that's what it's all about: is learning and seeing and getting to know your local little streamers that are out there trying to get going and build it up. And we want to try to promote and sponsor that. Definitely. And at the same time, it helps us out. So it's a little pat my back, a pat yours. We get in there, we get some content, we get things going. And like Smoke says, he's in here episode 13 when you're on episode 1,000 and people are looking back at Gnome Saying Presents and we're over there, doing 1,000 views or whatever. Your boy Smoke, he might get a few people popping in and he'll still show up on the list for everybody. So we try to promote and help everybody out, and it's reciprocated there. So definitely. I appreciate you being on here. Without you, we don't have a show. So I really do appreciate you. And without you guys out there watching, we don't have a show either. So thank all of you guys out there for being there and hanging out, checking out, supporting the podcast. And it's awesome having you guys here. And I love doing this. And every Wednesday at Gnome Saying
I love watching it.
Which y'all is the best thing. So
I love watching
it every week.
even if you are not a, let me tell you, for people who are like, I don't know, I should, maybe I shouldn't. Let me tell you, okay? Being a guest, okay? Right now, awesome, cool as hell, okay? But
Appreciate it, man.
you as a viewer, okay? You have no idea how much fun I have had just sitting here watching these clowns. Okay, and yeah, I'm being nice about it, okay?
Right,
but these clowns, okay, have had me dying, okay? And it don't matter who's in here.
Yeah.
Wesco, okay?
Right.
I'll tell you,
Cochran,
Corey's, Cochran's.
Oh my God.
All of the shows. I've
there's
even went back
happening.
and watched. I've even went and watched back even further. And I'll tell you,
Like,
there is always a moment, okay, on this show. It doesn't matter if it's in the beginning, the middle, whatever. I guarantee you can come to a spot and you're not going to be bored in here. You're just
Appreciate
not.
it, man. Appreciate
You're
it.
just not. And that's what I love about it.
Well,
So.
thank you so much. I appreciate that endorsement, Smoke, and it really means a lot. I really
Hell
do
yes, it
appreciate
does.
that,
Hell
brother.
yes, it does.
Hey,
Appreciate
approved
it.
by YooBoiiSmoke. Hey.
There we go. There we go.
Let's
Tag it,
go.
guys. Let's get the clip that.
Eventually, I'm gonna have a sponsor being like, no, I'm saying presents is sponsored. No,
yeah.
it's like
Right. It will
Hey,
be. We're gonna
right.
say our sponsorship out. I want to do live sponsors, and be
Oh
like,
yeah, 1000%.
do the commercials live. Hey, right there, stop. You need to get a logo on the bottom of your water bottle, brother. Like some sort of message. So when you hold it up and it shows like bam, big on the camera. Dude, I think that'd be sweet.
hey, that would be dope.
Yeah, I think it'd be
That would
cool.
be.
I just saw that and I wanted to say it real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
That would actually be super dope.
All right, we're gonna
Dragon's
get some
Ink says-
GSP stickers, circle ones, and we're gonna send it to him. So every time he takes a drink, he just says GSP.
Hey, look,
let's
I'm
go.
sponsoring. Look, I'm sponsoring, and I don't even know it. I'm just
We'll sneak it in there. We're gonna sneak into your house and put it on there.
Yeah.
Dragon's Angel. I shouted out on mine, and the clip that played was from Corey's and all three of them twerking. That's so funny. That was funny. Thank you so much, Dragon's Angel.
Hey, come on. You got it's just three grown ass men twerking. It was a good time.
Right. So we're gonna go back to what you want to talk about before with Corey. Smoke is gonna lose a bet that Georgia will beat Tennessee. Go Vols. What's up with that?
Okay, so Corey, I'm hoping you're watching right now. If you're not, it's okay. I know you're gonna watch later, but
Hold
let me
on.
tell you
If
something.
he is watching, let's see if he's watching right now. Actually,
I got him pulled up. He's actually hurt a little bit, but I think he's gonna pull us back up. I don't know.
Okay,
I know he's listening.
Either way,
That big stash.
let me just tell you something, okay?
okay.
Go Dogs, baby. Okay, y'all can't see this. Okay, you know what? Y'all about to make me stand up. Screw it.
Ruh-roh raggy.
Yeah, row for real. Cause you know it's getting serious when you gotta wave these, baby. Hey, defending champs,
All right.
baby.
42,
Defending
80,
champs.
2021. Let's go.
Defending champs. You know, you definitely gotta show the Hey, let me tell you something about these defending champs. Tennessee is not winning this season. Okay, let me tell you something. It's not happening.
G-Pope 700 says go Vols.
Not happening. Okay,
All right.
but let me tell you,
you got one rebuttal on him.
it's okay.
They can guzzle something. You got that Tennessee guzzler. They can guzzle something. Man.
Hey, this is what's gonna happen though. This is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. So we made a bet, and apparently Corey clipped it or something. I don't know if he did, but either way,
gotta have proof.
Hey, exactly. But we made a bet. I told him, all right, that if Georgia lost to Tennessee this season, okay, that I would do 5 gifted subs, okay?
Okay.
Now, 5 gifted subs isn't a whole lot, but it's something, okay?
Absolutely.
Now, keep in mind, I'm putting 5 gifted subs, okay?
Yeah.
If Georgia wins, I get a guzzler, but I don't just get a guzzler, okay?
Yeah.
He's got to paint it red, okay?
Oh.
He's got to paint it red, and he's got to sign it.
Yes. Okay.
That's the deal.
Honestly, that's it.
That's
a
pretty
good.
good. That is pretty good.
Now they face each other, right? You're not talking like they have to make it to playoffs or they have to win.
Oh no, they face each other every year. They face each other every year.
Okay, so it's just like Michigan versus Michigan State. Like
it's already
it's a decent.
I'm already looking it up for you. I'm gonna tell you the calendar date and everything of when it's going to happen.
I'm watching that game. I haven't watched college football in years. I just watch highlights, but I'm watching that game.
Okay.
I don't know who I want. Do I want the Guzzlers or do I want the Dogs? You know what I mean? The Bulldog or
Hey, when I tell you, you gotta pick the winning team. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
Don't put yourself in a hole, okay? That's all I'm saying.
All right. We got to see the odds. We got to see the odds because you already know. Vegas.
Oh, November 5th. November 5th.
Okay.
Put it on your calendar, folks, because that's when that ass whooping is coming alive, okay?
The ass whooping.
Hey, that ass whooping. Hey,
you guys should have made like bets. Like get like I give gifted subs the Guzzlers.
November 5th. I wonder if we could set something up where we use StreamYard and we watch the game
watch
together.
The game? Oh, bro.
We all hop into StreamYard and watch the game. I think that might be something fun to do if we can do it. I'm gonna
put that on the calendar. If we can get the stash, if we
bro.
Oh man.
Let's do it.
Like you guys got to make like crazy bets. Like loser gets a tattoo of the opposite team. Loser, like he has to shave his mustache. You have to shave your beard. Like crazy ones like that.
Now, I'm not gonna do no tattoo that's permanent. That's too permanent.
I mean, you're getting the football sleeve, bro.
Hey, no, you can't put a Tennessee tattoo next to a Georgia one. You know how disrespectful that is.
That's what I mean. It's a crazy good bet. Or like just get Tennessee like on your ass, like the logo, the tattoo on your butt,
bro.
Oh man.
Yeah. No.
All right. So you know the date. What are the odds on that game? Who
they don't have any right now. It's too far out. I mean, it's not even. They barely even have like for the very first game of the season, they barely have like odds for those
out
games
for that. Yeah, I mean, because with that, like it switches so much more than actual exactly actual NFL.
And you got to realize also when they do spreads, a lot of times what they do is the spreads on those games makes it where it's like they do it so where they make money. If too many people bet on one team, they're gonna switch it to make other people.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Like. So it's so like flip floppy that it's like you even if you've seen something right now of what it did, they're gonna go like based off of how the teams start playing at the beginning of the season,
right.
and until that game, and it's gonna change 700 times before we even get to that game for that
correct.
Kickoff. So it wouldn't even matter.
You're cracking up a little bit.
I'm gonna see what day that is, what day of the month. That's a weekend, right? Like
it's a Saturday.
Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got Saturday's college football, Sundays NFL, Mondays NFL, and then I think they have two. No, I forget. It's something like that. Out of the last 5 years, though, what does Tennessee take and what does Georgia take? Oh, what is the record for like the last 5 years for them?
Oh,
come on! If you're a fan, you got to be
honest with you. Bro. Hold on. So I'm pretty sure we're 4-1, and the one that they did was a Hail Mary, and they end up beating us on the last play of the game. They end up getting it.
Okay. So Corey, seems like you're gonna have to get a red guzzler out to your boy.
And that was. We was just talking about it not long ago. I believe it was 2017 or 2018 when that happened.
Okay.
So here's some things I've got for you as far as statistics for Georgia and Tennessee.
Ooh.
They're both founding members of the Southeastern Conference, so they've been in the league the same time on there. Mm-hmm. The current record is led by Georgia as far as the win-loss record. Now, out of all-time games. Yeah. This is all-time games. 26 wins for Georgia, 23 wins for Tennessee. So it's not far.
So it's not that bad.
No, and 2 ties.
Yeah.
But here's how it is right now. Currently, Georgia is on the win streak. They've been winning since 2017.
2017.
Yeah,
And
so
that was the year. That was the year that they beat us on the Hail Mary. And when I tell you, like, if you look at that Hail Mary, if we just have one guy get in front of the other guy as far as box him out better, he doesn't catch it. It was literally just positioning wise of how he caught it. He ended up jumping at the perfect spot to get the highest elevation over everybody else. Like when I tell you, it was the Hail Mary of that season. Like it was when I tell you that there's no other way that they beat us besides that one Hail Mary play, and that one, everything was timing based off of that. And when I tell you a miracle of a lifetime, Tennessee asked for a miracle of a lifetime. I mean, it's just there's nothing else you can say about it. But yeah, we're on a roll. What are we, like 4-1?
Oh, that's what I was literally doing right now. I was looking at
go. Oh, here we go.
Haley Stevens.
Hold on, I've got to mute myself somewhere else over here because it will pull up the podcast. So give me just a moment. We've got this group here.
That's crazy. He's gonna make
Obama.
me. He's gonna make me watch this. It's so depressing. Yeah, literally.
They're bunched up.
We'll see.
And watch this guy. Keep in mind, he's at his highest elevation. He's literally at the highest elevation he can be.
Bunched up in the end zone. It's tipped up. It's caught. It is caught. Jawan Jennings.
Hold on, they have to slow it down.
Oh, the guys. Yeah, that's an upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
you say it was an upset, but we were ranked 25th. They were ranked 11th. But the whole aspect of it is like we were still favored to win that game. We had had like a bad loss beforehand, so it had put us down like in the rankings. And Tennessee had they had been on a winning streak and everything like that, and we were trying to. I think at this time they were still undefeated, but it was still kind of semi early into the season.
I was getting a lot of echo, so I had to close some things. But
you can go to settings and do it.
Yeah, go to settings and you can slow it down.
Yep.
Is there another video?
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah, just play back speed and they do like 0.5.
Yep. Or 2.5. That's like probably
Oh, that's straight. But watch this guy. He's literally higher than everybody else.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, wait. Pause it.
Like if you look at it, if that guy that's getting pushed right here, if he's not backwards and he's up, that guy doesn't catch that.
Right.
If everybody else isn't way behind him, and all these defenders should be in front of each one of these guys that's back here. All of these guys.
Let's watch this again from the launch here. That's super slow.
There you go. That's good. Oh yeah, he's up before everyone else.
Yep.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenders and three
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. With this little offenses they had down the field compared to us, there's zero reason why we should have got beat on that play. It's depressing, really.
I mean, honestly, that's what Hail Marys are all about. And honestly, that's the one thing. Like, I play football. I love watching football.
Yeah.
And in fantasy for the past 3 years, I've won 2. I'm not saying I'm a professional, but honestly, when it comes to Hail Marys, bro, it's literally, I don't understand how all the defenders are behind the people. That's what doesn't make sense to me. You're jumping up for the ball. You want to be in front of the guy. You want to be the closest one to the ball. But it always seems like when it comes up to a Hail Mary, either the person's in the perfect spot or literally the defense is just dragging shit. And they're not anywhere. You got 10 defenders and one guy jumping up in the air, but everybody's behind the dude. It's like, it sucks.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was a drastic loss. Cause I mean, if you look, that's 2 seconds on the clock. When he snaps that ball, there's 2 seconds. and he's throwing from from the logo.
I think that was like the 40. I think it was the 40 or something.
But by the time, of course, by the time he backs up and then he views it and everything, you're talking about damn near a 50-yard throw. It's depressing when you're like, man, 2 seconds, bro. Like, as a normal time, you're like, man, Hail Marys, like, they really don't always work. It's like a very small percentage.
Yeah.
So that was the last dub then from
that was their
Tennessee.
last dub. Yeah.
Yep.
But you said what, 2017 or something?
So 2016. Since then, Georgia has beaten Tennessee.
So it's been 5 years. They're literally 5-1, and I don't know, Corey. I don't know if you're listening, if you're out there, my guy. But
G Pope says this is going to happen again.
Ooh,
I will tell you, Tennessee, the last couple of seasons, they've had a lot of droughts because they've went through a lot of different coaches. They went through troubles where they got in trouble with the NCAA for doing things that they shouldn't have been. So I will give it to them. They've tried to come up, but they've also got a lot of penalties where it's hurt them. So, right. I mean, when you do things like that, and not saying that, every school's maybe not ashamed of it, but when you get caught, you got to pay the price.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, schools and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there's not a lot of schools that have done what Tennessee got in trouble for. I think they got in trouble for paying for students and stuff like that before this whole college deal came out, because now they're doing it where you can get paid for your name and sponsors and all that, now. But before all that came out, to where they could do that, they was doing it and got caught and things like that. So the coaches and everything, they got,
oh yeah,
they got penalized for it. They got paid fines,
everything.
Yeah. And then even some of them got fired, and
right.
It's a whole bunch of shit. So I mean, I would say within the past 3 or 4 years, part of them losing has been they haven't had the players, they haven't got the recruits and all that. So I mean, and then on top of it, I think they're on the second year with their new coach now. So it's I feel like they can maybe start building it again, but they're not beating us. It doesn't matter. The point is they're not beating us. It doesn't matter. The point is Corey, give me my guzzler. All right.
Paint that some bitch red and sign it.
Hey,
yeah.
Thanks.
About the guzzler too up here earlier. Dragon's Angel says, "Smoke, I will always have the first signed guzzler."
That's fine. That's fine.
But you won't have a red one.
But you won't have a red one, okay? It's going to be orange, that nasty-ass orange. And let me tell you, do you see everything else that's around my room, okay? Orange is not a popular color around here, okay? Yeah. I live in South Carolina, okay? Clemson, okay? Clemson's orange and purple, okay? I'm not a huge fan of them either, okay? But you walk around in South Carolina up where I live, and there's fucking orange and purple everywhere. Orange is not popular here, though. Okay.
Hey, honestly, for being Michigan men, I'm sorry to tell you, but red and black ain't our colors either.
Yeah,
I'm just saying Ohio.
Right, right. That's a big
hold on.
here.
So are y'all both Michigan fans?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I live in Michigan. I usually, go for the home team, but I don't follow a whole lot of sports.
Well, do you want to pull up what happened last season?
Oh, I know what happened.
Yeah, for us to go to the championship.
I know what happened. I know what happened. You ain't got to tell me. So I will tell
I'm sorry.
You
I'm just rubbing in the lotion. Okay.
Okay.
And listen, I've been a Lions fan since I was a kid. You ain't rubbing nothing in that I haven't been. You know what I'm saying? I got to root for home team. I'll tell you this. I got to root for home team number one all day, every day. When it comes to Michigan teams, I root for every single one of them. I'm a Michigan State fan. I'm a Michigan fan. Central, all of them, Corn Huskies, whatever the hell we got, right? I'm all Michigan all the time. But when it comes to Michigan versus Michigan State, I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm taking blue and gold all day. It's Michigan.
Blue and gold.
I'm going with Michigan. I don't know. I've been a fan for them forever. My family's from Indianapolis, so I'm also a Notre Dame fan. I like Notre Dame. I like the Fighting Irish. But honestly, number one is always rooting for home team. But when it comes to 1 versus 2, I'm taking Michigan all the way, babe.
Yeah, well, in the NFL,
But
I'm a Giants
keep rubbing them
fan.
hands. Keep rubbing them hands.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Got
Hey,
lucky.
and the NFL, hey, I don't consider the blowout lucky. Okay, it don't happen. Sorry. Hey, if you lost by field goal, I would say, damn, like, okay, yeah, like
I gotta
we
talk my
got
shit
him on
back.
the last
Come on now.
minute field goal, you know. But hey, but in the NFL, I'm a Giants fan.
Why?
I got family in New York.
Okay, that makes sense.
New York's weird, man. Like I've been
Yeah.
at a house party, you know, like an adult party with all kinds of people, and football's on like Thanksgiving time or something. You know, we got a lot of different games on or football weekend. Here's the thing: is you got Giants fans, you got Jets fans, you got Bills fans, you got I think there's like 2 or 3 other ones. You might have someone from that you could have 5 different football fans in the same house.
Yeah.
And it's all local, you know. It's not like you brought anyone from outer space. They live next door.
A lot of people in New York, just in general, are fans of one of 4 teams mainly.
Right,
and this is a true statement. They're either bandwagon ass Patriots fans because they live in the north.
Let's go. Assassin.
Okay.
Eat a dick, Assassin. I know you're out there. Eat a dick, son. YooBoiiSmoke, I'm subbing to you for the rest of my life. I don't care if you get affiliated or not, then you're my boy forever now.
All right. Them dick riding ass Patriots fans, which ain't got shit to say since Brady fucking broke up with Belichick, okay? But anyway, so it's either Patriots fans, they're Bills fans, they're sorry trash ass Jets fans, or they're Giants fans. Bro, to be honest with you, I don't know either. To be honest with you, like they haven't won. They haven't probably. I don't think they've won. They probably have.
If you go in New York, you'll find some. There'll be some.
Yeah. No. You like honestly, Adam Sandler's a big Jets fan. I'll give it to Adam Sandler. You know, but that's what he was raised up on. But Jets have never really been good ever.
Right.
Bro,
okay.
They won like I think it's the 3rd Super Bowl ever.
It's like when you got 4 teams, why are you going to pick that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can be a bandwagon Patriots fan. All right. You can be a bandwagon Patriots fan. You can be a Giants fan, which honestly, the last time they were good was when they had Manning, and that was pretty much it.
And keep in mind, we beat the sorry ass Pats though. That was apparently the biggest deal ever, both times. Okay, I just want to say that.
And it's like Western New York kind of claims the Buffalo.
Yeah,
like Buffalo Bills is usually geographical. Anybody on the east side either picks like Jets or Giants or the Pats, and then the west side they're kind of Buffalo.
Honestly, the Bills have been good the last couple of years, but before then they weren't really good since Marshawn. They had Marshawn. Other than that, and that's one of the big reasons. Like I had huge arguments with my boy Assassin. Honestly, the only reason why Bitch Brady has so many rings and has done so good in his career is because look at the division that he was in. He had the Bills haven't been good forever. Giants haven't been good forever. And then Miami haven't been good since fucking Dan Marino. So you automatically go to the playoffs right off rip. Automatically. You're going automatically. You're hitting playoffs.
I can't say he's lying.
Right.
And then once you get there, you also stacked. I'm not saying Bitch Brady, he's not good. He's a good player. All right, whatever. Bandwagon fans out there, Assassin, eat a dick. But you also had literally the #1 coach of all time. You have Belichick. Yeah. And Belichick ran off of his coaching off of Alabama, which is pretty much the #1 team for the NCAA. And so you had those things, and you cheated. So I'm sorry, inflate your balls. That's what I'm saying. All right, so we're not talking about that because I know he's probably heated, but
he's defriending you now. He's like,
probably. And he's like,
unfollow.
His rebuttal is like, "You're a Lions fan." I'm like, I got to root for home team. I'm sorry.
Right there, you go.
Hey, just real quick before we do this, I gotta send you this. Can I send it to you on Discord?
You can send it to me anywhere you want, big girl.
Let's see. I wanna put this because I feel like this is accurate. This is very true. I'll just send it to you. No.
Okay.
Or you can send it to me. No. You post it up there. I want to see it.
We're gonna pull this up.
Let's go.
Hey, this is all accurate, okay? I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I don't care if you're a Pats fan. I don't care if you're a Falcons fan. I don't care what team you are. Matter of fact, you can be a London, not even have a team, but just go there to play a game like 2 times a season, and you just picked a random team on the map to be a fan, okay? Because your team went over there. Okay?
Oh God.
Yeah, this right here is a true statement. Can we bold that up?
Here, let me try this. Yeah, we'll get it.
All right. Nick Foles. Okay. All right.
So this is Nick
Hold on.
Foles,
So
Spygate, D Ford, Bucks defense, Tuck Rule, Eli Manning, Pats defense, Falcons choke, Malcolm Butler, and Eli Manning is it.
All right. So we're gonna go left to right. All right. Nick Foles. Okay. Just to throw it out there, backup quarterback for the Eagles, and he lost. Okay. Spygate. I ain't got to say nothing. D Ford ain't got to say nothing. Bucks defense, hands down. Bucks defense, I will just say this right here, because me and him have a disagreement all the time. It's not even honestly the Bucks defense. Okay, I'll throw out a fact. The year before he went to the Bucks for the first year and won the Super Bowl, guess what happened? Their quarterback, okay? Their quarterback before that, I forget what his name is. I think he plays for the Saints now. Their quarterback threw for a record. You know what that record was? Most interceptions in a year.
Jameis Winston.
Yes, there you go. That's what his name was. Threw for the most interceptions in a fucking year. And guess what? They still made playoffs, and they still almost went to the finals. So, of course, when they get lovely Brady with his 18,000 rings and looking all good and throwing as a super model wife, of course they're going to go, and of course they're going to make it all the way to the end because, yes, the defense saved his ass. Tucker Rule, whatever. Eli Manning twice?
Twice.
Twice?
Not once. Twice, baby.
Come on. And only thing that he really had, he had a solid defense. Eli had a solid defense. The only thing he really had was
now honestly, can I say?
Go ahead.
Honestly, Eli in the Super Bowl, okay, in both of those playoffs, has the greatest postseason runs. And also one of the matter of fact, I can't even say one of the best throw in Super Bowl history.
Yep.
Okay, that Manningham catch,
Yes.
greatest throw in history. He doesn't put it in that spot at that time. He doesn't get it in.
No.
Okay, and it's just, in my opinion, and really, I think in anybody who's just a football fan in general, that is the greatest throw in Super Bowl history.
Yep. All right, Falcons choked. They choked hard. Weren't they up 31-7 or something?
24-3.
Okay, whatever the hell it was. I knew it was a huge difference. Falcons choked. All right, Matt Ryan retired. And then Malcolm Butler, explanatory. I ain't got to say nothing. When it comes down to the
why do you have literally one of the best running backs in the game, and you don't hand it off to him on the 1 yard line for the game? Tell me why.
Hey, honestly, I was there. So was Assassin, Super Bowl party. You had him, and you could. My gosh, you throw a 1 yard. And
not taking anything away from what Brady can do.
No.
But none of the rings that he has, I can say, damn, if it wasn't for Brady.
I think he has 2 MVPs. I knew there was 1 or 2 games where he came back. He did. I mean, he had a shitty beginning, and then he came back, shot fire. He was doing a great job. I'll give it to him. I'll give him 1 to 2 rings, and that is it.
Even going 2, like, I'll give him the 2, okay, but trash, really. And that the Rams, can we talk about the Rams Super Bowl was the worst Super Bowl I've ever seen in my life.
You could say it was the worst ever. I don't care. My boy Stafford came in with that dub, baby. Came in with the dub. He won it. I mean, care.
Yeah, the Rams, yeah. Like, I'm a Stafford fan too. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, he went to Georgia of all places, okay? So, like, I'm definitely but I'm talking about the Rams, like the when they went with whatever golf.
Oh,
That is the worst Super Bowl ever, in my opinion. That's the worst Super Bowl.
honestly, it really was. Honestly, for what it was a close game, but it was trash.
It was trash.
It was
the
trash.
worst Super Bowl, in my opinion.
You got us next to each other because and we're geeking out on football, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Hey, excuse me. I know we're here to talk about video games, but hey, I'm here for everything.
Oh no,
okay?
yeah,
I'm
it's
here for
everything, brother. No, we're here to talk about you boy Smoke. So
Yes.
Hey,
wherever it goes, brother, we'll
hey,
keep
you
it guided to certain directions if it gets stale or whatnot. But
hey.
Oh yeah.
yeah, dude, we can talk about whatever.
I got one question for you, Smoke. You got an opening in your fantasy football league? 'Cause I know you got one. I know
I
you
don't
got one.
actually. I've never played fantasy football.
Really?
Oh,
I got into it 3 years ago. My first year, took the dub. Everybody thought I was stupid. I
Wow.
got this, I got that. First year,
I will tell
took
you,
the dub.
I have wanted to get into it. It's just, first of all, I've never really found a group of people to do it because I've heard it's lame just to do it by yourself. It
Yes.
really is.
You gotta have boys. You gotta have boys or girls, whoever's out there. I'm not gonna discriminate.
Hey, there's some
Anybody that's football fans.
I've actually seen they did a documentary one time, and there's actually this girl that's been doing it since I don't even know. And apparently she does it with a group. And I've seen an online vlog thing about it. Yo, there's this woman who literally beats out her husband and everybody with their work and stuff like that. And she does fantasy football, and she's a fucking beast. Like, not taking nothing away from women because, yo, like, she is a fucking beast.
Right.
When I was watching that shit, like, and she wasn't just beating them as in like, damn, well, we'll get him again next week. No, like, why don't you get me in like 3 or 4 weeks and let me have a couple bad ones? Like, she was dominating.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Right.
Let me see.
But yeah, I would love to get into it, man. I really would.
So that
Honestly,
game,
if I have an opening, I'll let you know. I'll
Bet.
let you up.
Bet. Yeah, stay in touch for sure. Do I have you on my Discord?
I don't know about Discord. I know I'll hit you up after this.
Right.
Or you can just
Right.
send it to me now.
Right, I got you.
that's what I was assuming. Shanda Blam says I did it for a couple years. It wasn't horrible. Talking about fantasy football.
Fantasy football, yeah.
I'm glad you need to clarify. I was considering that's what you're talking about, but if you had no context, did it for a couple years, and I wasn't horrible. It could be anything.
Appreciate it.
All
I'm
right,
glad you clarified.
so just to show you, this was last year, first place, baby.
Okay.
Oh! I can't. You let it
No.
form in. It's 1 HP in a Dream by Goofy. Came in first place. That was last
nice.
year.
We could see the first down there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I went 7-7. I won it. Okay. And the best part is when I first started the season, got my fantasy football team, they predicted me to come in dead last. Dead last.
Damn.
Okay. And all I did was trade 2 people and still took that son of a bitch. That's all I did.
Wow, dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy. 2 trades and made the big swing.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, there was 2 people that helped me out. Honestly, I've had Russell Wilson every single year. Russell Wilson's, I don't care. He's my dude. I love him. I don't know how he's gonna do this year, but last year was kind of iffy too.
I
But
think
Eckler's
Denver's
what
gonna
saved
be. I think Denver's gonna be a big help for him because
Oh,
Denver.
1000%.
I think honestly, Denver last season, if they had a quarterback, they could have done more.
Yeah.
Because they were a team to be reckoned with last year. They just didn't have it in quarterback position, and I think having him in Denver now is going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge, and I'll tell you that whole division is stacked.
Yes.
I'll be right
That
back, guys.
Yep.
that whole division is stacked.
Yes.
I mean, all 4 of those teams is just like, who do you pick? I mean,
you really don't. You don't.
I can't.
It's a shot in a dream. That's honestly just like what was that?
And that's the way our division is. That's the way the Giants division, the NFC East. It's just the complete
Who's in that
opposite.
division?
It's just the complete opposite. Instead of all of our teams being so good that I don't know who we're gonna pick,
They're
it's
so
just
trash.
we're so trash that like each and every one of us, we beat up on each other, and it's like, well, whoever's got the best record between everybody, they get the trashiest record, but they still go to the playoffs. Like,
Yeah. Honestly, that's honestly the same thing as like I think it was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, our division. So you got the Lions, you got the Packers, you got the Bears, and you got the Vikings,
Yep.
right?
Which is a tough ass division.
The Packers and the Vikings both went to the playoffs. The Bears almost made wild card or something. I think it was the Vikings made wild card, but the Bears almost beat the Vikings for it. And the Lions were actually doing pretty dang good. It was the hardest division in the NFL like 4 or 5 years ago. And my boy Assassin thought it wasn't, and that Brady had the hardest, but I'm just gonna let it simmer. But.
Right.
But honestly, football, love it. We'll talk about it. But let's get back into video games.
Let's get it.
What do you mainly stream besides Rocket League? Because honestly, I think that's what everybody that we've talked to, we all love Rocket League.
Rocket League is the main game, bro.
Dude,
I play Apex.
Okay.
I play Apex. Not as much now, as I did before, but Apex was before I got on PC was definitely where it was at for me, other than Rocket League. It's so much harder being on PC now just because of like even if you play on controller, it's just harder.
Yes.
The lobbies are harder.
Have you ever thought about switching over to keyboard mouse?
I do.
Okay. So you do play, right? Okay.
I do play keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
But it's just but I'm so far behind of everybody else, so it's like
it takes time to get like muscle memory because dude, I've been on console controller player since I was like 6. You know what I mean?
But
so
this is my
second
time. This is my second time trying to transfer though. This isn't my first time, so
honestly, get rid of the controller until you're gonna do Rocket League because I know you can't really do keyboard mouse Rocket League. But other than that,
not unless your name is Evampel, okay? Unless your name's Evampel, you're not.
Hey man.
What rank are you running?
So right now I'm D3, trying to hit that C1. But last season, I was D3 and I finished C1 and 1. I think it was 3s. I had C1. So.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty mid basic, but I'm ready to be out of diamonds. To be honest with you, just because I feel like I've been stuck there a little too long. And I mean, I wasn't even in plat. Well, I feel like plat's my longest that I've ever been, but I feel like diamond's about to get to that point where it's like, damn, like you're about to be in diamond longer than you was plat. And plat, I felt like I know plat was like forever to get out of. So
yeah.
I want to go back a little bit though, because where we left off for the streaming story before, we were in Montana and you were on a Mixer. And you were building a community. What happened with Mixer? How did that fall apart? Like, did you stream until it went? Like until it ended?
Yeah. So I streamed pretty much until the end of it, and I really tried to continue. I tried to go to Facebook Gaming, because that's when they tried to offer like they still tried to offer like their partners and things like that. And they were like, if you switch over here, like we're still going to do stuff.
Yeah.
But I never could get down. Nobody was going over there. Like people were going over there, but very, very minimal. Like the only people that was ever going over there was like your big names, kind of like on Twitch, like your bigger names on Mixer, they went there only because they got huge deals,
Right.
Yeah.
So it was like, they went where the money was at.
Right.
Yeah. Honestly,
which,
when it comes down to it, that's where
that's
gonna go.
That's exactly. So for me, I never really got the whole Facebook gaming. It didn't get clear to me. Nobody was going over there. Like none of my followers were like, yeah, we're going over there. Everybody was either going to Twitch or YouTube. Well,
were you running a Discord community at the time?
No.
Okay.
I was not. I literally did not get into Discord until literally probably.
So your whole community was on Mixer then, and that was where you got and met everybody.
Pretty
and
much.
like that. Yeah.
But we kept in touch. Like I said, it was pretty much Xbox, Microsoft exclusive.
Right.
So it was like the way that we kept in touch was like parties, and the way that we, the main people that was in the group. We would always stay in touch with parties, and we also used I don't even remember what the app was called now, but we used a another thing. I think it's called like Slacker or Shacker or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a version of Discord, but it's like mad basic, super basic. But yeah, we used that.
Okay.
And it was like pretty much the same. You could make announcements, you could chat, things like that. But like I said, it was extremely basic, not near as what Discord is.
So what happened? Did you just stop doing that then and just said it's not worth it and like I'm done doing that now?
So what happened is like life caught up, bro. Like honestly, I moved from Montana. I came back down to the South. I was working. I had sold my Xbox and things like that. And I, for the longest time, just told myself, bro, like I'm just gonna be done with gaming. And I started working, and when I came back down here, I started to miss it. And I got another Xbox, and I came back and things like that. And even though there was no more Mixer, I was like, yo, like I could still play, games with people that I haven't played with.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got back on and I started doing things, like I started revamping with people and things like that, and I just fell back in love with it. I mean, I thought after I got done streaming and things like that, I was just gonna fall out of love with gaming. I was like gaming is fun, but it's like you don't enjoy it as much.
That was like next level
when you're not doing it with people.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that's like the intensity of where like if I don't have people like cheering me on, or if I'm not playing with someone else or just any other, it's like I'm not enjoying myself. Like
when you're not having a conversation with somebody, it's just like, all right, here's another pixel. I'm doing a jump. I'm doing this.
My plan by myself, like PlayStation 2, that was my very first. That was my very first like real console. I would say.
Yeah.
That wasn't my very first console. My very first console was a Nintendo 64.
We're over here like old as shit. I'm like Sega. He's like, Atari.
Yep. Atari was my first console.
Mine was a Nintendo 64. Mine was a Nintendo 64, and then I also got a GameCube. But both of those were like nothing compared to like what PlayStation and Xboxes were. So I always say my first real console was a PlayStation 2.
Your first real love.
Yeah.
Got you.
Well, because see, like when you played on the Nintendo 64 and you played on the GameCube, it was like, I'm gonna sit down and play like 2 games.
Yeah, Mario Kart and like 007.
It was like you played it and it was like, okay, I'm bored of this after like 30 minutes. Now it's like I play video games and it's so like high tech and things like that. I want to be on it for hours.
Yeah.
But like the PlayStation 2, it was like so. It was like you can play with friends, you can do this, and you could with that, but I never got into it like that. So
right.
That was my first love as far as the console was concerned. Yeah.
All right. So PlayStation 2, young Smoke over here. What was your go-to game that you fell in love with too?
Bro, you know what's crazy?
What's it gonna be?
I was a huge wrestling fan.
Okay.
I was a huge wrestling fan, and I remember like days where I would come home from school and I would throw it in the game, and it was a game. It was called SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. That's what it was called. And I swear, you could. I would love to go and play the backstage wrestling because you could pick up trash cans. You could pick up, all kinds of things.
I think I know what game you're talking about,
like
bro.
And the thing about this, my dad would get so irritated because you would get backstage control. You could go and run to this like circular thing or whatever, and it would take you to like another area. And my dad would always get so pissed when we played because he would always be like, "Stop running!" And I would just be like, "I'm trying to get to the other section. I'm trying to like get to like where the other items are, because I was just trying to nonstop hit him with all the items." So like,
right.
You would always find like different. Yeah. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Bringing back nostalgia, right?
Yo,
here, baby.
no way. This is so old.
Let's see if we got some sound on this boy.
This is so old.
Oh, you still got it in slow motion.
Oh, that's why. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. Yep.
You're like, why is it going so slow?
I don't know if
Okay,
I've got
okay.
sound, but
Yeah.
No, I got sound. I can hear it.
Yeah.
look at your brother.
Rob Van Dam. Let's go.
It's crazy. Yo, that man right there.
Vince McMahon.
Probably turn it down just a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I can't hear it. I don't hear it at all. It's weird.
Yeah, that man Jeff Hardy, that used to be my idol, bro.
Oh, there's my idol right there. It's Runner, baby. I don't care.
Yo, and the S's is what used to. That's what you. How many finishers you used to have, where you could use your final like your finisher moves. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
You know, that's how many you would have. They called them special abilities. That's what the S
Okay.
was.
So you could run 3 special abilities and then you kind of build them up that way, or do you
Yeah.
have like higher, stronger special abilities where you can use like
Yeah, like
3
right
at
here.
a time?
So you could counter it where like
Okay.
if you used it. Yeah.
I'll skip ahead a little bit. This is like a 15-minute video.
But look at the graphics, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The graphics, you see it now and it's just different.
Oh, Stone Cold won. Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says, dude. That man was my idol. Just for the simple fact.
Yo, Scotty
kicked-
Tuati used to be this shit.
He kicked ass and he drank beer after it. That to me was the best part, dude. He get done whooping your ass, take 2 beers, crack them together, just killed it.
I'll tell you though, you want to know who my favorite wrestler used to be, bro? He used to be my idol, Jeff Hardy. You know what's crazy? The first man, okay, as of here lately, okay, the first man to get suspended from 3 different wrestling organizations, okay? That's not something you want to be known for, okay? So that was my idol, okay? The man had like DUI and drug issues and things like that, but the man has been suspended from 3 different wrestling organizations. So yeah. And what's crazy is the reason why I love Jeff Hardy is it wasn't even because of like the guy of who he was. Honestly, I loved his theme song. Okay. Yep. His theme song was cool. And I only liked him because he was an extremist. He would always jump off of ladders. He'd always do the dumb shit. Now keep in mind, I was never like, oh yeah, I want to be just like him. I want to go jump off some high top flying shit. It was just like, yo, he's got more balls than I ever would, and I just love seeing him hurt himself. Like,
right.
He's like the daredevil that I don't want to be, but I love watching this. The intensity is like through the roof. So
yeah, so you love watching because it was always spontaneous, it was always good. But then you're looking at him like, I would never do that. But kudos, buddy, good job.
Literally. Hey. Let me give you a round of applause for hurting yourself, but don't expect me to go do the dumb shit that you're doing, okay?
Right.
Come on, man. I'll come to where you're at. I'll come to South Carolina. We can go jump off the top of the roofs.
Backyard wrestling.
What
right, jumping into tables and stuff.
Are we
into
jumping off
swimming
a
pools
roof
and
into
shit.
the pool like the YouTube videos? Like, I mean, we'll do that. I'm down for that. But we're not about to like.
I don't know how much water you're gonna have left in that pool after I drop my fat ass in there, but yeah, let's go, buddy.
I mean, I'm not. If you're asking me to like get on a tall like 10-foot ladder and then put you on a table and then have me jump off and land and split you in half, no, I'm good. I'm good. Because you think
those are that backyard wrestling that ends up in the hospitals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You think that's just gonna hurt you? Imagine what it's gonna do to me.
Yeah,
right.
no,
Like.
What I mean, if you're jumping off the top, I think you'll be all right. You got all the cushion that you're gonna land right on top,
I mean, yeah, but you also got to think like this is what people fail to realize. Like, even though you're jumping on cushion or someone is part of your cushion that you're landing on.
Oh yeah, it's still gonna hurt.
It's still very, very painful. You got to think this person's sitting there like this on a table.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
they have a whole lot shorter to fall.
Yeah.
You have momentum and gravity just carrying you. So your impact to hitting them, you're going to get a little bit of a cushion from that person. but your impact from that gravity and that momentum is gonna hurt a whole lot more than it's gonna hurt that man that's going through that table.
I don't know. It's hard to say because like they're in between you, so they're absorbing some of it, and that's like a body check in hockey. So if you're up against the boards getting checked in hockey, you're getting crushed, man. But the guy doing the checking, he's got all that momentum and all that stopping and being compressed right into the guy. So that guy, So I mean, that kind of happens that way too. You're going to get hurt, but the guy underneath is going to absorb a lot more than you think.
I mean, that's true too. Yeah. I mean, I guess it just depends on how you land on them, or like what's your positioning and everything like that. You know,
yeah, because I mean, it's not going to be pleasant.
No, it never is.
It's gonna sting, but the whole aspect of it is like you're trying to like you're taking it more as the adrenaline rush more than anything that keeps you going.
The table's going to absorb a little bit too when it breaks, hopefully.
Right,
Yeah.
Slow you down a little bit.
That's what you hope, anyway. But yeah, that was my go-to back in the day, man, and I loved it. And Crash Bandicoot, that was another big one for me.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I played that one by myself, and you know, I don't know, yeah, I just loved playing games in general, and then I fell so in love with it, and then my PlayStation 2, it bugged out, you know, it died. Of course, I had the slim version, so it lasted longer than a fat version. You know, for those of us who, you know, are gamers and things like that, I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. But they had two different versions of the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 2, and the slimmer version was a whole lot better than the fatter one. But it still was bad. So I stopped playing games for years, really, and like when my parents was just like, no, we can't afford it, things like that. It was like, you know, when I was like, okay, I'm old enough to go work, I started working at like a flea market, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I got my own money now. I'm going to buy me a system.
Yeah.
So I went and bought me an Xbox One when it was pretty hot. So that was like when I first got back into gaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is I've always loved gaming in general, but I've fallen more into Xbox than I ever did PlayStation, just because, first of all, I play on an Elite controller. Now, anybody who plays on an Xbox controller compared to a PlayStation controller, I like the firmness of this controller. I like the heaviness of it. Yeah, people complain, my hands are too small, it's too big of a controller, whatever. Get bigger hands. I don't care. The whole point of it is get extenders for your fingers or something. I don't know. The whole point of it is it was heavier, and I liked that I didn't like with the PlayStation.
Yep.
It was too light for me, and I didn't like that. It was a switch, and I had to learn it and everything, but I'll never go back to a PlayStation controller, honestly. Once you're, and in my opinion, once you're on an Xbox controller, once you're on an Xbox controller and you really get comfortable with it, you'll never want to go back to a PlayStation controller. Personally. Now, the thing about this is mine is even heavier because I have an Elite controller.
Right.
Yeah.
And I use paddles, of course, but the comfortableness of this controller, I'll never go back to a regular controller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ever.
Honestly, I played on Elite. My boy Assassin had a couple of them. Me personally, when I play, right, when I have the controller in my hand,
Is that
I'm
a basic
gripping it.
controller?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Hey, you can get mad at me all I want, but look at when
Hey,
I get gaming,
I respect
right?
it.
I hold my hands like this. I hit the buttons. I can't do it, bro. I can't. I hit the buttons because I squeeze it. I can't do it.
Yeah, just the Xbox One controller. Oh, he popped himself out. He should be back in. Yeah, with mine, I actually, because I was so used to holding controllers, just being an old gamer, that you had your controllers and just your buttons on the front, so you didn't have to, your fingers in the back.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got a regular
could
controller.
like do whatever, and then it took me a long time to start using fingers up here like this to use the thing, and now I'm using both fingers. I'm using them all. So I used the controller like that, and it took a lot of learning though. Like it was awkward because I used to just use the left and right.
I don't
know like one finger them,
Yes.
and now I two finger them.
But
Welcome back, Smoke.
Hold on, one second.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll let you finish, but I actually have to leave early because I have work at 10.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say my goodbyes. You can tell me about your lovely controller, but my fat fingers can't handle it.
Right.
But go ahead and tell me about your controller, and then I'm going to say my goodbyes to everybody.
All right. Now my thing is the way that I hold the controller, I already have my 2 fingers down here. I don't use all 4. Some people use all 4. I like to use these because my hands are already there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if my hands are already there, I'm not squeezing the controller.
I'll hold ours.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Listen, you guys can say what you guys got to say. This is how I hold it. All 3 fingers down. I just move these 2 back and forth. Hey,
there's people that plays with a controller like this. Like they play with it like this. Here. They play with it like this.
Yeah, there's a claw. There's like a claw style. There's like
saw
different
the claw
stuff
style.
Like a claw
I
style.
saw where like the guy plays like this.
Yeah.
No, I've seen a guy
weird.
literally play with a controller and he holds it just like this. Like I mean, of course, down here, but he plays with it backwards, just like this.
Whatever his name is, get his phone number, address. We got to send him to the mental hospital because that shit is not right. Get him out.
I'll have to find a stream for it, stream or whatever for it. But I'll tell you, like he's cracked. Like
I know there's some people that are cracked. Like they have it. Like I've seen what is it? What is the green and black super team or whatever it plays? I forget. Whatever. But they watch this guy and he literally plays like hammer finger like this. Yeah. And he like smacks it. And I'm like, dude, like where's his pinky? Where's he holding it?
Right.
But Smoke, Gnome, it's always been a pleasure. I love it. I love being in here with you.
Yo, Goofy, we gotta get together more, bro.
Dude, we're vibing. Well, I'm loving every minute of football. We got the same taste in football. We're realistic on football. Sassy need a dick. Our video games, we like it. I'm sorry to tell you, Corey, but I gotta have my man's back on this one. It's just statistics. You know, they're on a heat streak. I don't know if you're gonna be able to stop them. I gotta have his back on it.
Let's go, dogs, baby.
Other than that, dude, I've had a lovely time here. I think you're an awesome person. Appreciate everybody that's out there watching this right now, from Gnome side, from Goofy side, from Smoke side, everybody that's watching, stay tuned afterwards. Watch my man, give him some love. Appreciate everybody that was here. I'm gonna take my happy ass to work, go sweat my ass off in this 110-degree weather. But everybody
go make that dollar. Go make that dollar.
And you got a penny on the dime, son.
Right.
But I love every single one of you. I hope you all have a lovely day. Peace, love, and happiness. I'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, Goofy.
All right,
we're gonna be 7:00 next week, brother.
Okay. All right. Deal.
Yep.
Appreciate it. All right.
Thanks, Goofy.
Later, guys.
Brother.
I'll see you.
Later.
All right, your boy Smoke. So
now I just got the man with the plan.
That's right. You got the gnome over here. Goofy's headed back to work. So, man, we were talking about streaming and Mixer and how that went, and you went out of gaming for a little while. What brought you back, man? What brought you back?
Man, just the love for it, man. You fell out of it and you fell right back into it. It's just something about it. It always keeps you around. It's just something about like the people you meet while doing it, the groups that you find, the communities that you find, which I think is what brought me back to Twitch and like what made me think about start streaming again. It's like, man, I just, as much as like I thought that I would not go to Twitch, because I always told myself, bro, like bringing a Mixer, like I always told myself, like I never wanted to do that grind again, where it was like, I never want to get to that point where it's like, bro, like no one knows me, like no one's gonna follow me, no one's gonna watch me, I'm boring, you know, like I've always said that about myself, but you know, it's cool, like it is what it is, and I think I've come to the realization where it's like now, like now that I've gotten a little older and things like that, it's like, bro, just do it because you're having fun. It doesn't
Right.
matter if someone watches you. It doesn't matter
Absolutely.
if, you're doing it for the enjoyment of yourself, not just
Yep.
everybody else. So, I don't know. I think,
And those regrets and hesitations and stuff like that, that'll kind of show through as you're sitting there playing your game and you're like, I don't know, if you it's the attitude that you have, it kind of portrays and comes across that way. So if you have a different attitude about just having fun, and I'm not here to try to get the numbers and get that and just have fun. It shows, and I think it makes it better that way too.
Definitely.
It's just having fun, man.
And I think that's what I've come to grow the most out of. It's like, before it was like, oh yeah, I got this many views, I got this many people, show interest in me. And now it's like, I don't care how many people show interest in me. Like, even if I can make myself laugh, that's
right.
what it's like all about. So
okay, so it's been a couple months you've been only back into streaming, right?
No, it's like maybe a month, maybe like a month and a half now.
Okay, so not even
2 months. Like,
all right,
I've been very slow with getting myself back into it, but yeah, I'm starting. Once I get my life stuff, like my work and everything like that, once I get on my steady schedule, I'll be right back into it because I love it so much, and it's like I put so much time and effort into this.
Oh, he does, and,
yeah. I've put so much time as far as like, I'll tell you, okay, people who have not watched me, okay, I have love for being involved with moments, okay. Yes, I play my games, okay, but I'm not gonna put myself on any titles or anything. But I love playing with hotkeys, okay. Anybody who has been in my stream knows that I love my hotkeys. Now, also keep in mind that my hotkeys from time to time, if you come to my stream, just know that my hotkeys will never be the same, because I can't look at it and be like, you know what, I want to keep this one. Now, for a while I might, but at the same time, if you keep coming around, I guarantee you my hotkeys will change, because I've changed them so much over a period of time, and I haven't even done it very long.
Right.
So,
and I haven't had a chance to get in there and hang out a whole lot, but whenever I'm there, man, I love seeing the stuff that you've got. You're like, oh, check this out, I got something new here. You're always hitting the buttons.
Yeah,
you've
bro.
got the animations, you're doing the work. So, being only back for like a month and a half and getting going, I think you're putting a lot of effort and a lot of work into it, and your stream is looking nice, man, and the things are showing up and the things that you're doing are cool, and I love to see that and see how it's going to develop. This is awesome.
And I think what's so cool about this is I don't really want to go too deep into it or anything like that, but I kind of feel like I'm starting to inspire at the same time. I'm not really trying to make a business out of it. If anybody's curious or down for it, I'd love to work with you. But my man, it's Daddy TV. My man, I Am Daddy. I just made his overlays, so he's about to start having overlays. So,
okay.
I love the intensity of like being able to make something. I have a creative mind, and I just made his overlays and stuff like that. Of course, like there's compensation and everything into it, but
sure.
People see my stuff and it's like, yo, I love what you got.
Right.
And he was like, yo, like, I'd be down if you made my overlays. And I've had like 2 other people ask me. So I'm not going to say I'm going to go crazy and make everybody's and things like that. But at the same time, like if you come to me and you're, you're down to, to invest money as far as into your stream, the way that I am, I would love to be able to take, my time to be able to put, both of our creative minds together and make some overlays for you. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it, and I would show them, but I don't want to show them because he hasn't started using them yet, and I don't want to ruin it for everybody.
Okay.
But I will say that you can never go wrong with having overlays. If you're a new streamer, I would definitely say the there's more that goes into it just in streaming. Okay.
Yeah.
The time that you put outside of it matters.
Absolutely.
The time and the love that you put towards everybody else matters.
Right.
Your networking matters. Like everything besides just streaming matters.
Right.
I can't stress that enough. What you put towards everybody else and what you put in the background of your stream, whether it's your overlays, whether it's your notifications, whether it's your social medias, whatever it is. I cannot stress to you enough as a new streamer or up and coming streamer, how important it is to make sure that you are putting time towards everything, because it matters.
Yeah.
It does.
All of those little things, they're what kind of makes it personal to you. And when someone goes there, that's what's going to stand out from everybody else. Because if you just have your camera and the game, there's 80 other people doing their camera and the game. If you can do something that makes it, more Smoke or more Gnome or more whoever, you got to bring yourself into it. And it is that outside time that you put in, and that stuff does show. So that's really cool as far as that goes. We got Dragon's Angel says, I can't wait to get to talking about getting mine sorted. I'm really excited.
Yes, Dragon is one of the other people that has came to me and told me that she's looking forward to getting her overlays done with me. So that'll be 2 people that that I've already done. And
right, you're getting a little. There's a beanie. I'm getting beanied. You're gonna see Beanie Butt right now. 2, 1, Beanie. Oh no, she went a little bit low.
So good. But yeah. So I mean, if the possibilities really cool. And everything come, I would definitely love to
And I understand you can't do everybody's and work with everything, and the compensation for your time. You've got your new job with Amazon. You still got your stream. You still got your stuff working up to that. All of that stuff shows too when you go to the stream and the outside hours that you put into it.
Yeah.
One thing I kind of look at, and as far as the podcast and the streaming that I have and things like that is, this is the presentation. This is the final product, and the things that you can do behind the scenes to make this part go faster, or not faster, but go better, be a more quality presentation. Mm-hmm. Those are the things that you can do to help out and make yourself stand out. And those hours that you spent outside, they count for something, because it shows in that couple hours that you have, or however much time you have. So I think that's huge. All of that stuff that you're talking about, putting outside hours to develop and build it is the key.
It's annoying and it's aggravating. And you're like, man, like, I wish this could already be done and things like that. You get tired of it eventually, but trust me, like, your hard work shows. Like, I can't tell you how many people have came to me and said, like, watching your streams, like, I appreciate the time that I've seen you put into them. People notice it. And so trust me when I say, like, you might feel like, damn, like, I feel like I'm just doing this, but people notice and people appreciate the time that you put into it, because when you specialize it to you and you specialize it to your stream alone, that's what people notice. That's what people like inspire, because you might look at yourself and say, man, I'm an amateur streamer, or like, I just started streaming, or whatever the case is. But trust me when I say, I cannot stress to you enough that you putting in extra time behind a camera, away from a camera, or whatever the case is, and even if you're just doing it in your regular day life, everything that you do has an effect on your life, so don't think that you're wasting time. Now, if you're doing something and you feel like you're wasting time, then start putting something to it where it's like, here, let me give it a reason for why I'm doing it. Let me give myself, which I guess is like the reason why I started streaming. If I'm going to sit here and I'm going to video game and I'm going to play, hey, let me give myself a reason by having people watching it.
Yeah.
It's like, why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone?
Absolutely. A lot of people do that. They're like, I'm gaming, I might as well just stream it, and then they run it. And that's good, and it's fun to get started and get going into it. But it's those other hours besides playing your game and streaming that you put into it that really kind of puts you, into another level and try to, adding and developing it that way. But yeah, that's fun and having that. But there is the work outside of the work.
It definitely is. Now, I don't know if I have Corey in here. But if Corey's not watching, it's cool. I know he'll watch it back later. But I do want to I'm pretty sure you was around, actually. I told Corey I'd do it just because I was like, whatever. But I just want to make a quick shout out to Corey, because Corey and Gnome are the two people that I definitely can say have like helped me the most as far as like through my journey back. And not saying that other people haven't, definitely not saying that. But I definitely want to say that between Gnome and Corey, both of them have went through thick and thin. And I also want to make a special shout out to say that man Corey messaged me yesterday, and even though I've been gone and things like that, he texted me and was like, yo man, like I just want to check on you, make sure you're good. Haven't seen you in a while. And I think that speaks volume. When people are taking their time out of their day to, check on you and stuff like that, even when it's not, it just says that there's more meaning behind just being a Twitch streamer. They're checking on you because they care, and they, they think about you. And so for that, like, I really appreciate him. And like I said, I also appreciate Noam, because, without this, this opportunity, and, without the socialization of like what I've done with Noam and other people connected to each of these, gentlemen, both of them have like showed me more of a different side, where it's like, man, like don't allow yourself to be so hard on yourself when you come in here, because like you're just having fun. You feel like you're a family, you feel like you're building something, and I appreciate that. So with that being said, I would like if we could pull up the clip that I had. Corey and me was talking about.
Do you have the clip up? Because you can pull it up. You can share it on the bottom if you pull up the website or web browser.
Oh,
you got to share at the bottom. If it's a Chrome tab, you can share it with audio. Just let me know when you're ready.
Share the screen.
Yeah, you can share the screen too. Yeah, I don't know if it'll have audio sharing the screen or not.
Okay, let me see. I got to pull it up now.
If you can do Chrome tab, you can share audio. If you share Chrome tab, if you're pulling it up on there.
Chrome tab.
Yeah. And while we're doing that, thank you so much and really appreciate it. And, I just do what I can when I can for people that ask. If I can help, I'll help. If I, and it's hard with time. And that's a lot of things. If time was unlimited, I'd be helping everybody. But there's just so much time in the day and so many things that need to be done. But we're going to go and shout out a couple of these previous guests, guys. We had Goofy MTF as the first guest, and he was on Gnome Sand Presents as the first guest here. We'll get a whole bunch of links going here, and let me know when you get that ready.
Yeah, I got it. Go ahead and finish some shout outs, so all of them deserve it.
Yeah. So he was our first guest. Undisputed Record was our second guest. He stepped in and filled in for a guy who couldn't make it and did it impromptu, and we ended up meeting a lot of people. So the guy couldn't show up, and it ended up being, turned into a positive. So you just never know. And that has a lot to do with attitude and things. I could have been super bummed out, disappointed, cancel my stream. Instead, I charged through and, met a lot of people through Mayhem's community. Mayhem's an awesome guy. He hasn't been on the podcast yet, but he will be once he gets his he's got those video animations. He doesn't show his face ever.
Yeah.
So he's going to be doing that. So Emanating Shadow is another guy that we had in here. He's a local guy, one of my friends around here that I've met through Discord. Cool. The local friend that I've never met. I've got quite a few of those people. But he's got something that he's been doing. He's in the process of trying to get moved and stuff like that, but he'll be starting this up again. It's called Vicarious Escapades. He takes his GoPro out and live streams his GoPro through his phone and goes to visit locations that people can't. If they're home with disabilities or can't get out of the house for whatever reason, he's trying to go and do tours and let people watch. So he does like a half an hour, about an hour is what his battery life is. And he runs those on the weekends. He'll be starting those up soon again. I really recommend checking that out. What he's doing, he's putting a lot of effort in there, and it's amazing. And I definitely recommend him. This is my good buddy, Bipolar Storm 420. I play games with him all the time. He was our 4th guest. I absolutely always recommend hanging out with him too. He is a lot of fun to watch, and you'll get good laughs. We have a lot of fun. Big J Mo, he came out of Mayhem's community. He was he's a retro gamer, so those PS2 gamers out there that enjoy the PS2 stuff and the old console games and all that, check him out. He's got some good stuff on there. We've got F Rizzo, who does some Rocket League, really good player, and he was on here as well. I definitely recommend going checking him out. He's streaming all the time. He had he wasn't sure if he could do well on it, so he had another guest, and you guys can bring other people if you want to get on the podcast and you're uncomfortable or don't feel secure that you have enough to, we can bring more people. But he showed up with Stacks AG. I've known Stacks for a long time. He's a great guy doing variety games, streaming off the West Coast. He's out there just about every night rocking it out. He's got some fun stuff over there. We've got NG Frost Hydra, who also came out of the Mayhem community. He's going to be running a D&D campaign pretty soon. He's got good stuff going on over there as well. He's streaming quite frequently. Yeah. He's cool. He's got a dragon hat that he wears when he does his stream, for channel points and stuff. So, I mean, it's all these guys got unique stuff to them and good things going on. Stacks is a musician. He's cool. I love Stacks. The Queen of Mischief, she's just recently got back into the streaming. Her computer got up and she just started a new job also. So she's kind of like you, Smoke, where she's trying to get that schedule worked out and fit things in, get streaming going, but she's got good stuff on over there. This guy was on here. There's mixed feelings about this, but I'm going to put him up there anyway. Go pop in there, give him a hug. This guy Pro-tuned. He was on here. We had a good interview and a lot of fun, but there's drama surrounding that, and I'm not going to get into that, and I'm not going to suggest doing anything to get into that. He's a good guy. Go check him out sometime. We've got Corey's Got This, of course, which we've been, doing all the time with the Tennessee Guzzler and twerking and stuff like that. Good times on that guy. I'd recommend going and checking him out. He's streaming like 6 or 7 nights a week. We got Wesco Cinco, guys, which we might. I'd recommend going and checking him out. Is it Wesco? Yeah, I think Wesco. His Instagram. He's a photographer out of Oregon. A lot of cool stuff going on with him as well. And I think he's got a Rocket League that he's in right now, and he's streaming that game for his league, I believe, right at this moment. From what I saw on his Instagram earlier. So definitely recommend. His
pictures are impeccable.
Oh, dude, they are so good. He's an amazing photographer, and he's still in school for photography. Dude, I just can't wait to see where that guy goes with it. He's gonna,
bro. If he's doing that and he's still got ways to go, bro. He's
got a
future ahead.
Yep, he took a picture at a rodeo in Spain, and it was black and white, and won an award, and it's in some art museum or something there, or something like that, dude. It's really, really, really good. It's amazing. And then we've got Cochran over here as well. He was on here last week, and he's got good stuff going on over there. He's was in the military and had a medical leave with the military, and he's looking to do some streaming and raise a new family. So definitely recommend checking out Cochran.
And
he's got a lot of support in the community as well.
So,
yep. He's going to be a mechanic. He's going to school for that also.
So he's got a lot going on for sure.
And we got this guy that we got in front of us right now, who I absolutely always recommend as well. YooBoiiSmoke. And I don't know who we're having next week yet. We've got a couple people that applied. We've got some invites out. We're going to have somebody. But we're going to be back next week at 7 p.m. So we got those out. Did you happen to find that clip, brother?
I did. Yeah, just let me know what I got to do to share it.
Or you can send it to me in Discord and I'll share it, the link.
Okay.
If that's easier. Otherwise, it's the share on the bottom, and then there's share screen, and you would pick at the top. You can go over to Chrome tab. That's the best, or you can do entire screen. You'd want to share your system audio if there's audio for that tab, though.
I got you right here. There you go.
Okay, that'll work.
I just sent it to you, so.
Yep. We'll do that.
Now, when I tell you that this moment right here was way unexpected as a clip, but yo, when I tell you like this man Corey ended up clipping this when we was talking about him, and we was literally talking about his shirt and a gas station, and for whatever reason, we got deep into the conversation, and this is kind of what ended up inspiring to happen, as far as what had happened. So,
Okay. I think we've got it. We'll get it here. Yeah.
And I think you were actually in there at this moment. I don't 100% remember, but
Oh, I was. I remembered this.
I think you were in there.
Yeah.
I think you were in
this.
there. I think you were in there. And
Gotta get the right one here. There it is. We got this.
I also sent you the other one as well, like afterwards. Okay. Here we go. Yeah.
Guys,
this one right here.
This is clipped by Corey off of YooBoiiSmoke stream last week, guys.
That unless I got a reason to go there.
Do you guys hear it?
After you go, you can tell the people of how you drove 4 hours to get you some bussy. Okay, buddy.
Yeah,
hey, I'm not gonna lie. I've never drove 4 hours in my life to go get me some bussy. Okay, not even if you switch the B. Okay, not even if you flip that bitch upside down. Okay? I've never drove 4 hours in my life to go get me some bussy. Okay, not even if you switch the B. Okay, not even if you flip that bitch upside down. Okay, I would never drive 4 hours. That's gonna be a
so funny.
One. That's gonna be a classic one.
All right,
and the next one that I sent you is, and I'll make is the bet. Apparently, I told you that he clipped it, and I didn't know if he did. But when I would just go and look for that one, I found that one. So I was like, "Hey, look, it is on record, okay, that he did clip it." So this is our bet.
Let's check it out.
And I'll make the clip to refer back to it. Bet. That's a bet. Handshake. Let's go on the Georgia tap, baby. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait. Okay. I'm an idiot right now. Bang. Bang.
There it is, brother.
Bang.
Yeah. Georgia, baby.
All day.
Let's go. Nice.
Every day. I shook on it.
You shook on it. Tennessee versus Georgia bet. There it is. That was awesome.
Hey. Yeah. I was hoping he got all the details about when
the full
when
bet.
We actually met it. Yeah. But hey, it was at least you got something, Corey. At least you got something, because when you lose, at least you got something to refer back to. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I ain't gotta wonder like, hey, when's my guzzler coming in? Of course I gotta wonder about that. When as far as the shipping and everything, but I don't have to worry about, man, is Corey gonna pay up? Because I got proof. That's the proof, Corey, right there.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, like, this whole experience, man, is, I'm not really a nervous person, man. Like I love doing, like, talking to people and stuff like this. And I wasn't nervous to get on here, but I'll tell you, it is a whole nother experience doing something like this compared to just talking to someone. And man, I appreciate you having me on the show. And man, later down the road, I would definitely do it again.
For sure. We'll take you back, man. If you want to get back, if any previous guests of Gnome Saying Presents wants to be, just apply. We'll get you back in there. So there's no problems coming back in the future, and I'd love to have you, brother.
I'll definitely tell you, anybody who's thinking about it, just do it. You're not gonna regret it. You're not gonna be like, I really have to do that. Like, you're gonna feel that way. You're gonna enjoy yourself. That you pretty much have freedom to just do whatever. You're talking, you're being yourself, No one's, no one's hitting you with like, hey, when did you lose your virginity or nothing like that? No one's
Right.
hitting you with stupid, dumb questions like that. You're just enjoying yourself. And,
Right. Yeah, that's all we're really here to do is just to get to know, to get to know your streamers and kind of hang out. I'm not here trying to grill anybody, embarrass them. We'll say dumb shit, but we'll do it on our own.
We don't need anyone to like force it. You're just gonna do it yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. You're just gonna do it yourself. But that's the fun part about business, man. Even when you make yourself look stupid, even when you're like, man, I'm gonna biff the intro, man. Even when you biff it, man, it's a classic, man. It's so much fun because it's like, bro,
it's a live experience.
You don't have to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you're just gonna fuck up. It's like that's what it is.
Have some fun and roll with it. Do your best. That's all you can do, and people see that, brother.
Hey, at the end of the day, that's what's, man. If I tell you how many times on an average that someone you messed up or whatever the case is, like it's a life experience. Nobody's perfect, and stop trying to be perfect. Also, before we leave, okay?
I want a story from you if you got time. I want you to give me a story if you got one. Whatever story you want to tell. If it's got motivation, that'd be good. But
I started doing this where in my background, where I want to do a daily quote every time, like when I start streaming. And
that's big.
This is my daily quote.
Okay.
For today, right?
Yeah.
And it is love yourself like you love others. Now,
sure.
If you feel like you don't have love for yourself, think about the love that you have for whether it's family members, your friends, people that's passed away. Think about the love that you care about them, and think about the love that you should continue to have for yourself. Because if you don't have love for yourself, it's gonna be harder to love others. So start with loving yourself, and you'll come to realize like loving yourself is so much easier. I see so many people that's hard on themselves all the time. I see so many people that's like, man, like I'm struggling with like this, I'm struggling with that. And trust me, when you love yourself, others will love you. Okay. And I'll tell you, no one has learned that better than me. Okay. Because you're looking at a guy who used to be so depressed. You're looking at a guy who has had so many things happen in his life. And of course, like I haven't went down the steep roads of like my background and everything like that. But trust me, I have been in some really dark places in my life. And you looking at me right now, you would never guess that I was that guy.
Right.
But when I tell you loving yourself is key to loving others and having others love you when you love yourself. And people can see when you have love for yourself, because your mentality and the way that you carry yourself goes so far.
Absolutely.
So
I've got something to build on that. It's almost identical, and it goes right in line with that.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
And it has to do with helping other people in that regards as well. So if loving yourself before you love others is key, because you have to be able to love yourself to love others. You don't have to. I mean, it just helps. And if you look at it that way,
it goes a long way.
100% correct. It does go a long way for your own benefit. Now, here's something that goes along with that as well is helping others. There's one really, really good way to help others, and this is going to sound wrong and weird at first, but it's helping yourself. It's if you can grow yourself and grow your knowledge, grow your experiences, and just try to educate yourself and be better at whatever it is you want to be better at. Mm-hmm. With that knowledge that you have now, you are better able to help other people. So you are a better resource for other people. So if you want to help people more, help yourself, learn something, educate yourself, grow, do some things. And then with that knowledge and experience you have gotten something better to give someone else. You've just made yourself a better person to help other people. So if you want to help other people, help yourself first. So that kind of goes along the lines, the same thing with the love. So I just wanted to put that in there as well. Your boy
That's
Smoke,
strong.
just to kind of
That's
follow
strong.
up with it, brother.
I appreciate you backing that up.
Yeah,
With that. That's amazing.
It's true stuff. This stuff is real, and depression is hard, and I'm so glad that you've gotten out of it. Do you have a story to tell that you want to share with that, or
yeah,
are you looking to wrap up soon?
Yeah, like I'm good. Like whenever. I mean, of course, after
we'll
this, I'm
probably
get
to the story, and we're gonna do a Your Boy Smoke stream after this. So anybody that's here, stick around for Your Boy Smoke. You get to see his overlays. You get to see his cool stuff he's working on. We're gonna do a raid over to your boy, and we're gonna try to get him to his affiliate. He's 2.6 viewers average. Let's yes, sir.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I'll tell a story. Just kind of to maybe get a little more background about me and everything,
Sure.
so people can know more about like my backstory.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been through a lot, like I said, and I've kind of traveled through a tough road. Like you're looking at a guy who's lived about 10 months, literally in a tent in the woods, and had a hard coming up. I wasn't able to graduate high school because I end up, not having a place to live and everything like that with my family and all, like not having a roof and all that. So like, that's kind of like how it turned out. So like, I've forced myself to make myself a better person because I feel like having that attitude is what drives you to become more successful.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was 15 years old, I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I don't want to, bring any super depressed things into it. But I lost my girlfriend to suicide.
Okay.
And I end up finding her. So
I'm sorry, brother.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Like I said, it's depressing and things like that, and you find yourself in a hole where it's like, man, how do I get over this? But trust me when I tell you that no one has learned better than me to get over loopholes and find yourself, because yes, it's upsetting, yes, it's sad, yes, like all this other stuff, but trust me when I say, like, it's difficult and it's hard, but when you have stuff where you feel like there's no ending to get yourself to, remember why you're here. Because I'll tell you, like, and Corey says it best. This world is a better place with you in it. Okay. And Corey doesn't realize how hard that hits me, because I can't tell you how many times I've been to the bottom where it's just like, man, I can't do this. And I'll tell you, I have gotten really far from where I have came from. And when I tell you that you're looking at a person who did not complete high school, I do have my GED, but
congratulations.
I appreciate it. But compared to how far I've had to come to do it, it's not an easy road, but understand that no matter what road you're taking, it's not about what road you've already taken. And this is going to be another quote that I'll use another day, but I love quotes. I love quotes, but I find myself quoting them all the time. It's crazy.
We need to get like in Your Boy Smoke stream quotes.
Right.
Get some smoke quotes.
Smoke quotes. Hey, that's great.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna start being called. Smoke quotes. Hey, I like that.
There you go, brother.
Hey, shout out to Noam for that one.
Yeah.
But this is honestly the best way I can put it, though. No matter how many steps you have to take to get to where you want to be, the steps are endless to which you can climb. If you feel like you're climbing 100 stairs to get to the top of a building, climb it, because what you can get by the end of that it's endless because there's no one stopping you. The only one that can stop you is you. The best thing that I can tell people is pay attention to your knowledge, get everything that you can, learn as much as you can, and appreciate everybody that comes into your life with positive energy. I'm not saying accept everybody that comes into your life, okay?
Right.
But keep in mind what I said, and I'm being very specific. Be sure to love and appreciate the ones that come into your life with positive energy. Quotations on positive. Because when I tell you people that bring positive energy to your life is what's going to make your life longer. It's what's going to make your life easier. And you're going to come to find out that the power that you get from positivity, it's endless. And I'll tell you, I've had so much negative in my life that there's no way that most people would have looked at me when I was younger and said, there's no way you're going to get positive out of this growing up. Mm-hmm. You know, I should have been somebody who should have been gone a long time ago. I'm somebody who probably should not even be a people person. I shouldn't be somebody who wants to entertain people. I should have the mindset of like, a serial killer or something. Now I'm joking when I say all that, but when people think about what I've went through and people hear what I've went through, people say, how were you like this? Why are you not, this other type of person that people would expect other people like traumatized people to go through? And my answer to that is that does not describe and that does not make who I am.
Right.
You have the choice to make that decision of who you want to be.
Right.
If you want to live the rest of your life depressed, if you want to live the rest of your life feeling like, oh, damn, like I have to live the rest of my life the way that I grew up, then that's fine. But trust me, that's not the way to do it.
Right.
I don't want to grow up even further one day. I mean, of course, I'm kind of grown up, but you get what I'm saying. I don't want to get older and you end up having kids, you end up living your life or whatever the case is, and you end up sitting here telling yourself like, damn, I wish I could have done something different. One of the biggest things that in people's life is, damn, I wish I could have done this. I wish I could have done that. You can stop you're limiting yourself.
And
because if you tell yourself you can't, you're not going to.
Right.
Even if you can't, you're not going to be able to if you tell yourself you can't.
Right. Even if you think that it's already too late and you're 40 or 50 years old or 60 or whatever, and you say it's, I don't know. I feel like you still have things you can do and offer, and you shouldn't, live on regret that you didn't do things. Just think about things that you still might be able to do. It might not be everything that you could have done before, but there's still things you can do. So if you change your focus to the future instead of the past, it helps for those as well, as well as the attitude that you have. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. No, like I said, I appreciate you adding that on.
Yep.
And I'll tell you the best energy you can have is the energy that you get off of others. It's not even your own energy.
Right.
The thing about it is I don't get my energy from myself. Okay. I don't know if a lot of people are very I'm not really religious. A lot of people say like religious and things like that. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. Okay. And I don't know if a lot of people are or however they are, and I don't really want to get too deep into it, but
sure.
I'm a firm believer of like you get your energy from the sun, you get your energy from your trees, you get your energy from people around you, you get your energy that you live your life off of everything around you, and it's your responsibility and it's your feeling to do what you have that comes within your pathway. If you have a person that looks at you and says, oh, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, what are you going to say or what are you going to respond to that person? It's about what you do with the energy that comes within your path. It's not about what energy is given to you. It's about what you do with it. It's about what you make out of it. If it's negative, are you going to continue it to be negative? Or are you going to make something positive out of it?
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
Yep. And that's an exactly perfect point as far as the left and right side of it, because you get decisions. Bad things happen to people every day. Not, all the time. Everybody has bad things happen to them. There's only really one thing that can change how that bad thing affects you, and that's you and your attitude towards that bad thing. So you can,
Absolutely.
and how you deal with that, it's all up to you. So you are 100% right. There's multiple ways, and it's a your perception of it and your attitude towards it.
Yeah. Perception is reality.
Right. Right.
And I've heard that so much, but when I perception is reality, it's a truth. It is a truth, and I'm not saying that as an aspect of sitting here telling you that, because some people listen to that and it scares them.
Right.
It scares them, but I'm telling you that as like a person to sit here and tell you, like, it is.
If you guys want to hear a good perception story, I'm gonna give you guys a State of the Gnome address after the credits. You'll have to watch it, YooBoiiSmoke, probably after to see, because you're going to be getting set up for your stream. But I'm going to give a State of the Gnome address to let you guys know where I'm at, which is right now, to be honest, quite honestly, a terrible place. But here I am doing a podcast with YooBoiiSmoke, because it has to do with perception and attitude, brother. So
Absolutely.
All right, I'll let you continue. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Hey, no, and this is the thing. I'll tell you. No, I would probably take you for example. Okay, probably a lot of people look at you, and it's a perception of like just taking it as like people look at you and say, like, why is this guy of all people, wanting to do this? Like, why are you wanting to do a podcast? Because they look at you and say, you don't look like you're a podcaster. I can't tell you how many times. Like, I've sat here and I've thought to myself, like, this guy doesn't look like he's this.
Right.
Like, for example,
I look like I should be pulling up on a Harley and have tattoos all over, and like
for
the heavy
example,
metal or the country.
for example, I'm not saying that people think that about you, but I'm using it as an example. And here's a better example, right? You don't look at a skinny little scrawny dude and say bodybuilder. Like, you don't think that. So it's like, it's like a perception. So you don't look at Gnome as strictly and say podcaster, streamer. Like, you don't think that. But the thing about it is it's like, it doesn't matter what it looks like. It matters about what it is.
Right.
And I definitely would say that taking from me for perspective, there's not much that I haven't seen or dealt with that makes me look at it and say, damn, like, there's got to be something negative about it. Of course, you're gonna have stuff in your life where it's negative, but it's not. It doesn't have to be. If you have negative energy, turn it into positive. Now, I know a lot of times people say, well, if it's too negative, I can't turn it into positive. Once again, you can. It's about what you choose to do.
Correct.
It's a perception of reality.
Correct. It's a choice. It's your attitude and your your idea. It's your mindset, and you're the only one that can change that. That's the hard part about it. That's the hardest part about it. You can't let other people can't do it for you. They can tell you up and down all day long, but it comes down to you doing it yourself, and that's so hard. Mm-hmm. But once you can, if you can, it's amazing. It definitely helps.
We haven't read chat in a while. Do we have anybody in chat?
We do have a lot of people in chat, and this is going right from when we started your monologue about mental health and things like that. We got Corey says, I'm here. Sorry I'm late. Thank you, Corey, so much.
What's up, Corey?
We got some love you smoke from Corey. We got Bootstrap coming in saying, yep. That was referring to something to do with us talking about attitude, and it was about growing ourselves and love yourself and grow yourself. Those things.
Yo, what's up, Boot? I love
Dragon's
you,
Angel says, we love you all, Smoke. Corey's throwing out some hearts. We got Verhoevic in here saying, oh, Smokey, winning mentality, Smoke.
Appreciate
We
you.
got Corey's got this and says at Verhoevic, this dude speaks the truth. Corey talking to me, he says, we love you, buddy. You do a lot for the community and people don't realize how much you really do. You're incredible and deserve love as well. Thank you so much, Corey. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are the main reason for all of this, is having this going for everybody. He says, oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, and Corey, just if you're still lurking in the back streets, just to know, I can't say enough how much, once again, like I appreciate, what you did yesterday, and not saying that, other people can't take time to reach out to others and things like that, but you exclusively, made the time to reach out to me yesterday, and apparently had noticed that, I haven't really been around. And for that, I appreciate that, because like I said, people within, like if you're a streamer, it's like what Noam said. It's all about what you do on the outside just as much as it is what you do on the inside. If you're a streamer and stuff like that, just because you just stream doesn't mean that you don't take time to do other stuff on the side. So for the fact that like people in general like Corey, and I'm just using Corey as an example because of the situation, but being something that like what Corey did, it speaks huge volume. And I just really respect Corey for reaching out to me and noticing that I haven't been around and just checking on me, because that's important. And a lot of people, could do that. And a lot of people could do that to a whole lot of other people. And a lot of people need that, that mentality where it's just like, just that one message to say, hey man, are you okay? Just haven't seen you around. Everything going all right? Which, I mean, I'm even guilty about that. I mean, I haven't really talked to Noam a whole lot lately. I feel like I'm guilty of it. I could have easily reached out to Noam and things like that, and asked Noam how he's doing and things like that. So it's you learn from it, but at the same time, it's more along the lines of like, just realize that people around you are important. And as Corey has said, this world is a better place with you in it. And going back to what was said, like there's nothing more appreciative than the positive people that you bring around you. And I'll tell you, this community, it's small, but and I'm not taking nothing away from the other connections that I've made with other people, but the community that has built within the area that I'm at right now means more to me than those 35 and the 4,000 community people, just because I feel like where I'm at right now compared to y'all have showed me and has made me feel a whole lot more comfortable than I've ever felt, just because I appreciate what y'all bring. And I'm not gonna say that everybody in the community is the same way, but this is an amazing little group, to say the least. And I'll tell you, all the way down from Zach, from I Am Daddy TV, from Dragon Angel, to Rose, Z Rose, to Cochran, to Cinco, Corey. I mean, there's so many people that's in this group that I just can't boot. Venom. There's so many people in this group that has showed so much love and support to multiple people, not just me, multiple people. And I think that's what speaks volume. It's about what you bring to a community. And even though it's not 100, it's not 200, it's not 1,000, those people has brought, especially to me, they have brought like love and positive energy. And I appreciate all of those, because without those, same way with Gnome, if it wasn't for people coming to watch him, if it wasn't for us taking the time to do this podcast with him, he couldn't be here. So I think that's what's important. It's about the viewers. It's about the people that he's got on the podcast. And even though he gets something out of it too, it's, you know, both sides, but that's what's important.
Right.
And it goes around, and it's good positives that goes around to everybody. So
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that from Gnome, and I appreciate that from everybody in this community. And
Man.
that's
Yes,
a
sir.
mouthful. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, boy, smoke. We
I'm
got
gonna close
smoke.
it out just
Right.
in case y'all wasn't here. This is what I'm gonna close it out. All right, because I want to inspire to be like my man Corey at the end of all of my streams. Even on the podcast, I want to close it out with a quote, because that's what's important. That's the end of it, of what you lead people, is what people remember you by. So, everybody, love yourself like you love others. It's important. And
That's it.
I gotta change it. Shout out to Gnome. He gave me the daily quotes, cool, but smoke quotes, yo. So win.
Smoke quotes.
It's a win, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a win. So once again, shout out to Gnome. I know, you know, of course, Goofy had to leave and everything to go to work, but shout out to him. You know, he might be the co-host and everything like that, but trust me, I would probably say, just off watching the stream, Goofy does, if not much, you know, if not the same amount for this podcast as Gnome does. And I'll tell you, you know, even for people that's coming in, even if you didn't tell people that he wasn't, you know, originally your host, he fits right in. And
for sure.
I'll tell you,
Goofy.
like, it is great that you found Goofy to be your co-host, because I'll tell you, that is a great fit for this. Yep, and everybody connects with him. It doesn't matter what type of, and that's the thing I love about this. You're bringing in different personalities.
Yeah.
Last week was Cochran. The week before that was, you know, West Cinco. We're all different people. Yeah. And all of y'all are connecting with people.
Yeah.
And
I'm ready to have people from
you're never going to have the same stories. So it's always different. It's never like a TV show where it's like, oh man, I missed last week and I come back and it's the same story. It's always something different. That is what you have to love about this. So
yes, sir. Thank you so much, Smoke. That's awesome.
Thank you for having me again.
Hey, no problem, brother. You got anything else to add before we close it out?
Man, I think that's it, man. Because if I sit here and stream and talk to you, bro, I'm never gonna stream, and you're never gonna end the podcast. So
So
what I would say is, if you want to see more of this type of stuff, make sure you follow Gnome. And
we're not over yet. We're not closing yet. So stay around for a minute, guys. We're gonna go into YooBoiiSmoke too. So don't leave. I'm
gonna be streaming as well. So if you want to see more content by me, you can definitely go in and follow me. And I also have all the other socials and stuff like that you can go follow me on. But we'll get all that on my page. No stress to Gnome on that one. That man
no
does
stress
enough.
at all. I got you right here, brother.
That man Gnome does enough.
I've got every single one of them. Oh, did it do them all? No, I don't know if I did. Let's screw it up. We'll get them all. I got you, brother.
And this man Gnome is a work of art, bro. He does it all. I'll tell you.
I was trying to do it. We'll get him on his. We'll raid over, and you guys get his socials. I had him up there, but I appreciate you.
Dang.
Thank you, Smoke. Man, it's awesome having you. Thank you for the positive vibes, the positive messages, overcoming the obstacles. I'm looking forward to seeing you get. Oh, we got a clip, Dragon's Angel. All right, we'll check out that clip after. We're going to do a little bit after, because we're going to give YooBoiiSmoke some time to set it up. So we'll check out that clip after the credits. Okay. And just out of the positivity and message and good vibes and things like that, I want to challenge all of you guys out there to go and talk to one person that you wouldn't have normally talked to and give them a good positive message. It could be friends, family, just an association that you know of somebody. And from what YooBoiiSmoke was saying earlier about reaching out and touching someone, how Corey came and talked to him, go do that to someone else. Just say, hi, how you doing? Spend a minute. Go and give some love. Show that love, spread it around.
It goes a long way, because I'll tell you, like yesterday,
it does.
Yesterday,
it's so
I was coming off a long shift, and it hit me out of nowhere. Like he just reached out to me, you know. And after a long day of work, and I hadn't been around, and then, you know, of course, I had the podcast today. You know, it just kind of It really does warm your heart. And
Absolutely.
trust me, if it warms somebody like me, who, don't get me wrong, of course I need it, but imagine somebody else who really does need it, who's
Right.
really having a down and out time. Like, there's so many people that could just use a, like, hey man, you're not going through this alone.
Absolutely.
We appreciate, everything that you do here while you're here. Like, allow yourself to appreciate others, because eventually other people will appreciate you tons more for being that type of person. So
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Smoke. Thanks
I
again,
appreciate
everybody,
you,
for
brother.
being here. I appreciate all you guys out there for being you. We're going to get
appreciate
these
that.
credits rolling here. We're going to do a State of the Gnome address right after, and then we're going to go and get ourselves a raid to YooBoiiSmoke, who's going to be getting some Rocket League going. So if you guys want to hang out and see his cool stuff that he's been working on, I'm excited to see it. I'm going to have to actually go do the Mrs. Dialysis, so I don't get to see it till later. But
okay.
yeah, we'll get in there and check it out. We're going to run this, and we'll catch you guys next time. Know what I'm saying? All right. This is what it is. Okay, we're getting to get the clip from Angel here. I just lost my web page here. Appreciate you guys all sticking around. Thank you so much. We're gonna let YooBoiiSmoke get a little bit of time to set up on his stream, and then we're gonna get him a raid. We got a clip that was sent by Dragon's Angel. We're gonna share that real quick, and then I want to tell you guys a little bit about where I'm at and what's going on with the old gnome here. This is great. We'll plug this in. I really
Hell yes, it does. Hell yes, it does.
Hey,
Appreciate
approved
it.
by YooBoiiSmoke. Hey.
There we go. There we go. Take it. I really
Hell yes, it does.
approved by YooBoiiSmoke. That's awesome. Oh, Corey's got this. Says make me X or make me. I got you with the X at the end. All right, guys. So things have been tough over here, to say the least. Over the past month, things have been really, really hard. We got I was just getting things caught up around the house, and we got some bed bugs, and you guys might know about that. And we did a little fundraiser and got some funds to try to get those knocked out. And we started working on that a little bit. Over the weekend here, just Saturday, I was served a notice from the court for eviction process. In the process of trying to get government aid and get things covered, I've already got things applied for. We've already got a lot of things going, but I got a court hearing on Tuesday to talk to the judge about eviction, and having to call all of these places to try to find support and help, and the stress of just having to take care of my wife with the stage 5 kidney disease, the pets and everything like that. And then, the eviction process and the bugs and all of this stuff is going on. It's been super, super difficult to stay on top and maintain things. Now, what we were talking about with smoke earlier and all these things that are bad that are happening, a lot of it has to do with perception as well. And when I first got that summons on Saturday, I'm not going to lie, I spent a day and a half just laying down. Like, I didn't want to do anything, just close my eyes, lay down. And it's like, all right, well, I got Sunday and Monday. That's why I missed my stream on Sunday. But Monday comes around, and it's like, all right, we got to start taking care of this thing. These things that are happening, I believe that it's just, whether it be religion or spiritual or anything like that, or I think it's just kind of motivation to get off my lazy ass, to say the least, and get things done. And it's kind of like a force motivator, because I tend to procrastinate on things, and that's probably one of my biggest flaws. So I'm using this as a tool to say, hey, this is some things you should have stepped up and done beforehand. Some of it hit me and smacked me upside the head sideways, but it also might be motivation to move, to find a new place to live. There's a lot of different things that could be good coming out of this. We're getting a lot of things lined up. I'm getting the whole house cleaned up with the bugs, and all that stuff. So there's a lot of lifestyle changes that are happening that are for the better because of this, even though I'm going to be put in a crunch and have my back against the wall, and I'm going to have to fight super hard to not be put out on the street. That's not going to happen, by the way. The gnome's not going to be homeless. There's other ways. There's options. There's a lot of things I have available. Like there's always options for things. I'm not going to ever count myself out of options on there. And I'm just taking the appropriate options at this point in time. I'm not asking for any funding. I'm not asking for any other support except for you guys being here, being awesome and hanging out, and we'll get through this stuff. So that being said, hopefully we'll have another guest next week. Know I'm saying presents. Get those lined up every Wednesday still, and keep rolling that out. And let's see, is YooBoiiSmoke going? I had to cut out the other streams earlier because my network and things like that, and it was jittery, and I think it might have been because of the other streams. Anyway, that's kind of like the state of the gnome address and where I'm at and what's going on, and it's super hard, and we're going. Thank you, Corey. He says, keep fighting, man. I'll do anything can to help you. I love you, really do, praying for you. Yeah, we'll take the prayers. We'll take the positive energy. We'll take showing up and hanging out when you can. I know everybody can't show up and hang out and do all that stuff all the time. We'll get the other Twitch streams going too. So yeah, just keep being you and keep being awesome. And we'll get through this and pull through it. I'm just letting you guys know that I'm going through a little rough time here. Wanted to share with you guys what's going on behind the scenes, because doing this is fun, and it's part of my day to get out of it. And I really enjoy the podcast and running through on this stuff. But we are going to shout out a few other people here that are live right now. We're still going to carry this raid over. Whoever's lurking, whoever's here, whoever's doing whatever, because we're going to try to help out YooBoiiSmoke. YooBoiiSmoke is 2.6 viewers. So if you can stick around for alert, give him a good stream. And I don't know why it's not copying this stuff. Bloop. My web browsers aren't wanting to be good right now. All right. Cochran is live right now. He's doing Rocket League. We'll rock him in there. Give you guys a shout out. Big J Mo is live right now doing retro streaming. If you guys can multi-tab, these guys are Gnome Saying Presents guests. Gnome Saying Present podcast really just follows and supports the Gnome Saying Presents people. I have another account that's just Gnome Saying _ That account, I share the love with everybody. But this is my business here with the Gnome Saying, and I try to keep it to Gnome Saying so I can support the Gnome Saying Presents people. So that's kind of what's going on with that. We've got Big J Mo. Let's see if we can get this. There we go. Now my link's working correct. Actually, it says be right back. Dragon's Angel is be right back, but she's streaming all the time. And they're telling her to go to bed. But if you want to go check that out, the be right back, she's there a lot. There's the link for that. And I'm hoping, there we go. We got YooBoiiSmoke. So we're going to get this raid going to YooBoiiSmoke. Let me get this raid going. Oh, you stopped by to watch me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Guys, go check her out. She's going to be getting her stream going. We are going to raid YooBoiiSmoke, though. And please stick around for alert for YooBoiiSmoke so we can get that view count up, or hang out and check out his new stuff, his new animations, show the love, share the love. We are going to be back again next Wednesday for another episode of Gnome Saying Presents. Gnome Saying _ should be around for some Rocket League or game streams later on this week also. So thank you guys all for being here and being awesome, being yourselves, and continue being great. And we will see you guys next time. Gnome Saying